everyone. Welcome back to Chaos Fridays. And everyone's really having a fun time here still. Okay, we are back with Dark Waters after a bit of a break. I am once more your Dungeon Master, Dan Fighter, joined by most of our lovely players. One of them will be joining us on our game on Monday, but we'll get to that later. For now, joining us, we have Hector.
Hello, my name is Hector, aka Okami, at KG Okami, all over the internet. My pronouns are he, they, and today I will be playing everybody's favorite party paladin, Yubby-Z. So I'm gonna popcorn it over to my friend Aziz.
Hello. My name is Aziz. My pronouns are she, her. And you can find me in most places at Lesbianing. And today I will be playing Estrogen, the Eladrin Warlock, who is so fine and so okay and so normal.
All of those things are true. Next up, Mike.
That's me. Hi, I am Mike. I use he pronouns. You can find me at Run Like Craig on Blue Sky, with or without crackling. I will be playing Jasper Skylark, the bard slash paladin slash bundle of openness and kindness and just like all about sharing and not keeping secrets from his friends and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
We shall see how well that goes while I believe Aziz is dealing with a crisis. Rice!
Oh, hi, I'm Rice, or Ricecakes. I use they, she pronouns. I do funny haha reactions, I suppose. That's the only reason I'm here at this point.
Hey.
You can find me at the original Ores on, like, Blue Sky and Twitter. Anyways,
I thought you were
if you
actually
wanted
like,
to-
no.
Yeah, no, it came from a real place for sure.
So, fuck. I'm laughing at my own joke, for fuck's sake. I can't even do one joke. Anyways,
reactions.
yeah, check out my art and hope I don't end up being only an AFK screen for another fucking session like last time. My bad, I guess.
We hope.
Anyway,
Last but not least, our host with the most something is Steve.
Hello, hi, I'm Steve. Fuck, the voice crack immediately, god damn it. Again, hi, hello, I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Patch. I'm 28 years old, but I'm apparently still going through puberty. The way my voice keeps cracking. How are we...
You don't judge people who are in the late 20s going through puberty.
No, I said still, which means it's been happening for the last 15 years. But anyway, hi, how are we doing? I'm here doing the thing. We are about to launch merch soon. More news on that eventually. And for now, I'm going to be playing Sapphire, who is a sorcerer paladin warlock. Yes, that. And they've got really cool, super fucking fantastic vibes. They're also a giant fucking dragon, but not really anymore. But like, you know, we'll figure that out eventually. Anyway, yep, that's me.
Hell yes. And without further ado, we jump back in because last we left our adventurers, they had finally made their way to the city of Balkard, where they docked up at the naval port of Fort Bismarck and had a meeting with a Lieutenant Go, who revealed quite a bit about his past history with Sapphire. And after what was a very painful yet heartfelt reunion, Sapphire got caught up on all kinds of things that happened in their absence. They also promised to assist the lieutenant in the days to come, as in a few days' time, there will be a grand summit taking place with a bunch of different world leaders, including the royalty that has come from the city of Ibrakal or the kingdom of Ibrakal. And the entire navy is currently trying to make some sort of relations with that kingdom to make an embassy, a diplomatic relation, so they can start working with them to deal with this bigger abyssal threat. And they have asked the party to, so to a certain extent, vouch for the navy's assistance so that they can, well, the world can get Ibrikal's assistance, who has so far not helped anyone yet. They have very much kept to their own borders. And at the end of which, he also added an addendum favor to allow a soldier under his care to perhaps join up with all of you. At which point, the party met William Breckenridge, who revealed that he is a bit of a bad luck charm for some. But are we back?
Yeah, we are back.
Yep, I think so.
What was the last thing you heard, Steve? So that way I know when the stream died.
We met the dude. We agreed to bring him with us. That's the last thing I
Oh,
heard.
okay. Cool. In that case, yeah, you're basically caught up that, yes, you agreed to bring Will with you. We ended the session there and we pick up a session now from there. You are all in kind of like the general courtyard area of Fort Bismarck right now. Will has joined up with you. Few of your NPCs are still with you. Some have kind of like drifted around at the moment. What would you like to do, or where would you like to go?
I am going.
Shopping.
Yeah, I think the first order of business is we're gonna accompany Jasper to make
Mhm.
delivery because Jasper was like, "This is really important," and this was like, "Okay."
All right. Is everyone then going with Jasper, or are people doing other things while they're handling that end?
UBC's definitely going with Jasper just to make sure that he's safe.
I mean, I don't see the point of all of us going for Jasper.
No, I mean it's just a delivery. So
It's
Yeah,
just
I
an
think-
innocent delivery.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
maybe Devana should go shopping with Hot Boy. And some of the other NPCs in our crew.
Yeah.
Nedra and
meet back in the pub afterwards.
yeah, meet back in the pub
Might be an
after.
idea.
And then
You
kind
haven't
of
picked the
above,
pub yet, but yeah.
we'll pick a pub.
Yeah. Essentially, you know that Nedra would probably go with Ivana. Tristan had kind of fucked off on his own earlier, like before you even met Go, because he's technically a runaway. He didn't want to meet Go. He got scared.
Yeah.
Ziaka is probably just gonna do some exploring around. Onslow is gonna immediately go check out some pubs. Red also has not specified, but you see she is just kind of walking off on her own. You also see Dagon does look at all of you and kind of just go, right, let me know what pub, I suppose. I'll kind of cycle back and check here. I have a few things to take care of as well. And he also fucks off on his own. Hike and Pike will go with Onslow. Ziaka has gone exploring. Zelsi's going to go check out the temple. Will is kind of just with you guys right now. He doesn't even know what to do. Like, he just joined. But yeah. Eglet is, yeah, I'll actually say that. Eglet's gonna kind of get Will acquainted with people.
Yeah.
And yeah, in that case, you BC Jasper going to the delivery.
Yeah.
Estrogen,
What
you're
pub
going.
will recommend we meet in? That's my question because Will knows the area well, so we'll take his
Yes.
recommendation,
Yeah,
and
we'll
that'll
take
be
Will's
the place we meet.
recommendation.
There's the Flappy Stingray.
So,
There we go.
Stingray.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. So that's where you guys will meet up. That's fine. Estrogen, you're going shopping. Sprout, what are you doing?
I have no clue what Sprout would be doing.
that's going
You know
shopping.
what? I'm gonna do this because Sprout won't be going off on his own. I'm going to roll a die and see who he's following around.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
I'm not going shopping alone.
Sprout is following Estrogen.
Yes.
Estrogen and Sprout are gonna go in one place. Sapphire, what about you? You do see Celia is also here, and she got promised that Gore will introduce her to like the right people. But while you are waiting on that, she does want to go check the town out as well. Celia's
Okay,
the
yeah,
satyr girl, by the way.
I'll go with her then.
Unless you have somewhere you want to go.
No, not really. Nothing
Okay.
specific at all.
All right. So you go with her, and everyone sets off. We'll do this one group at a time. Let's see. Let's do starting with Jasper UBC. You guys start heading out. You're looking for the Find a Boardwalk. It is not at all difficult to find. Like as you're
And it's called the Find Boardwalk.
Mhm.
as you leave Fort Bismarck, you see you're like in like that upper quadrant of the like town center kind of. There's like a little fountain here. You see this like cobbled street path that goes up and ahead into what looks like an upper noble district. There seems to be a bunch of like taverns, pubs, and a few shops here or there, like kind of circled around you. The upper district also seems to have all kinds of different like academies. There seems to be like a visiting school. There seems to be a bard college. Uh, there is a commercial district that like goes down a different path, but it is very like crowded here. You see, there's a lot of like tabaxi, halflings, humans, gnomes, all sorts of people like kind of going about their business. And there are flyers for the Find a Boardwalk on every other wall essentially, and quite easily you find your directions. Takes you guys about like 20 minutes, and you see kind of off on its own, like at the end of like a street, there's a big fanciful sign that says the Find a Boardwalk. You see families coming in and out. You can already hear like loud festive music playing and echoing out from that place, balloons and vibrant colors and different stalls all over the place with merchandise, confectionaries, kind of akin to the stuff you saw back at the pyramid, but grander and more prim and proper, larger scaled. Uh, Clearly a lot more budget. You can tell. You see, there are multiple like floating animals and mystical beasts and stuff, kind of all around. Kids are like running around with them on balloons, and as you're entering, you see a bunch of kids like kind of huddled around like this large figure, and you just hear a voice going, "Welcome to the Fine Day Boardwalk. I'm Larry the Crab. Pleasure to meet you." And
Oh.
as he's saying this to like families walking in, you see he like slowly turns as you're like coming in, and he's about to say it again. He's like, "Well," and you see just the horrified look of recognition in his eyes.
Oh, is it the same kid?
You
Yeah.
see the same young, like pimply faced, like young adult who sees you and instinctively takes like a step back and almost like trips over himself. And he's just like,
I'm glad to see that
welcome,
you survived.
Larry the Crab cannot be harmed as it is known in the Fine Day Boardwalk. Larry the Crab is fine and okay, kids.
But we have to adopt him.
You're not there.
Well,
What was the name of the person I meant to be delivering this to, Tan? I've completely forgotten.
Lord Nyath? Why are you? Oh, okay. What happened?
Did you not hear what Mike said?
yeah,
You deliver this to, right?
yeah. Who do we have
Yeah.
to deliver it to?
Yeah, Lord Nyath.
Oh, I thought you
Nyath.
you also
Lord
forgot. That's why I
Nyath.
was laughing. No,
Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
said Lord Nyath.
I didn't hear
maybe
it.
my
I-
mic
Lot
didn't catch
Nyath.
it.
Yeah, we didn't hear that part.
But yeah, no. You see, he's just like kind of like nervously smiling right now.
so hello again. nice to see you made it out alive.
Pleasure to see you as well, sir. Hope you're having a fine day.
Absolutely. I'll be having an even better day if you could direct me and my friend here to Lord Naeth.
You see, like, Fomo just goes, Larry the Crab is the mascot of the proprietary name Fine Day Boardwalk, and Larry the Crab is the leader of this institute. If you have any further questions, please refer to one of the staff that is not Larry the Crab, Sealy the Seal, or Horsey the Seahorse.
Right. And where would we find them?
You can find our helpful staff giving you all kinds of fine day advice at any of our fine day stalls and boutiques. And he kind of like, very like awkwardly moves and like does this to kind of point one of his claws towards all of the like food stalls and stuff.
Thank you so much. We'll make our way there.
He kind of just like goes back and turns around, starts playing with balloons and everything. And you, as you're walking by, you see he's just sweating bullets now. He is terrified that you guys are here. Yes.
He really doesn't seem to enjoy his job.
Why is the
I
seal
know.
Sealy and the seahorse horsey with the crab Larry?
Because Larry's actually wearing a lobster costume. That was covered in the pyramid thing. Don't think about it too much.
Be then.
Oh.
Uh,
But yeah, you
Yeah,
start heading over there. You see,
just chat to your BC on the way, be like,
Yeah,
doesn't
he
seem to
probably
enjoy his
just-
job. Yeah.
no, and he probably sees this as like an omen of danger. The last time we ran into him, the pyramid exploded.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just assumed he wouldn't pin that on us. I mean, what?
I know.
You know?
I was the champion. You know, like,
Yeah,
and I cleared his acne.
you did. You did. You should be more grateful.
Absolutely, I agree.
During this, both of you give me a perception check.
All right, perception. You said
It's a 10.
17.
17. You guys are walking and you notice, Jasper, that like you kind of like walk through like the crowd and you get to like the food stalls and you felt like a little breeze go past you and you look down and one of your coin pouches is missing.
Shit. Do I notice anybody moving away from the direction of the crowds where we're moving in?
Yeah, I'm immediately taking a look around.
Roll me an
Yeah,
investigation.
Yeah, BC, I've just been robbed.
You know that pouch probably had about 200 gold in it.
Okay, thank God for that. It could have had a lot more.
Yeah.
14.
14.
17.
17. You don't spot anyone suspicious, UBC, but Jasper, you kind of have dealt with pickpockets before, and
Yeah.
you see at the corner of your eye, near like the waist level, a pair of familiar pointed green ears.
Familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am going to run after them.
You start kind of like catching up. Are you at all hiding your presence as you're approaching?
Nope, I'm going to hopefully tackle them to the ground will be the plan.
Roll athletics, great.
Oh,
Also 17.
All right. You come around and you just like basically from overhead this, now you see Goblin jump over and grab, immediately recognizing another detail, this very fancy looking pistol at his side. And you recognize that this is Scrung, the goblin that helped you guys defend the manor that you
Ah!
picked up along the road.
Yeah.
And you see, the second you grab on, like, hey, what the fuck? Stop it!
I'm like, I am like
you.
walking up.
Oh,
Oh,
friend.
Scrung.
Yeah, that's my name. And you see, like, the crowd's kind of like dispersed around. You're like, oh my god, what's happening? Like, people are like giving you like a bit of a wide berth at the tackle.
Could you give
He's-
Jasper his gold back if you needed
The
money?
fuck are you talking about?
Ah.
What gold?
I understand it must have been an honest mistake, but you bumped into me back there, and as you did so, my gold.
If
in
you
my
lost
pouch
your money,
must
how the
have got
fuck is that
tangled
my
with gold.
problem? You're talking about an honest mistake. What about this deliberate attack on me? Huh?
You stole money from us. Just give it back.
I was trying to give you a chance to back out, but as my friend says, why take my gold? Give it back. It's mine. I've worked hard. That gold is mine.
We've worked hard for that gold.
And how the
Please
fuck do you
return
know
it.
that the gold I have is not mine or yours, huh? You're just gonna rob me and call it a robbery from my end, huh?
I'm a holy man. Why would I want to rob you?
I've been to a church before.
What does that have to do with the
What?
price of tea and oh god, what's the name of the country over?
Which one?
Oh my gosh. My brain. You know what? What does that have to do with the price of tea in Neverwinter? Scrunk, just give the gold back.
Roll me an intimidation, one of you.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I was more trying to reason with this gentleman who knows us.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Could technically I be getting like the help action from
Sure,
my
sure.
skinnier friend? Natural 20 for a 26.
Yeah, no, you just see, for a moment he looks around considering his options. You see, like, more people are gathering. He's like, fuck. I found this on the ground. I was gonna take it to a right place, let people know that there's a missing purse. But fine, if you think you know who it belongs to, then you deal with it. And he like tosses it up to you. And he kind of like shimmies out of your grip and like stands back up. And you see like two guards like slowly begin to approach. He's like, fuck. What the fuck are you people even here? God damn it. And he like turns and just starts scurrying off into the crowd.
I will take 10 gold
Uh-huh.
out of the gold. I can say before he does, I will take 10 gold out of the purse and say, thank you very much for your help in finding my gold, sir. And I will give him the 10
See,
gold.
he takes it, he's like, yeah, fuck it.
Very
And he just,
audibly
like,
in front of
pockets
the
it and
guards.
starts running.
Deeply appreciated.
Yeah, and you just hear like from like two crowds over, you can't see him anymore, just out of my way! And as that's happening, you feel like a tug to your side, and you look over and you see this like tabaxi wearing like, you know, these suspenders and this slightly like brownish matted fur. Just looks over. Boy, you really know how to kick shit up already, huh? Come with me.
Sure.
And they just turn around and they start walking behind one of the stalls.
I mean, fine. Who? I'll be like,
Yeah, we're
follow
gonna
it. Who are you?
cautiously follow.
Yeah.
You see the second you get behind the stalls, just kind of looks over like, I know you idiots are here in business, but you're kind of fucking up our business by being here like that. Don't just start causing problems for the customers. Anyway, you here to see the boss?
Making a delivery.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Got it with you?
Assuming the boss is Lord Nyeth, yes. Yes, of course I've got it with me.
Okay.
Be a
You
silly
see-
delivery if I didn't, wouldn't it?
Gotta check this shit out. Anyway, you see they go and like push this like barrel aside, and there's like a little trapdoor underneath it. And they open the trapdoor. It is a straight ladder down into pitch darkness, and they just start going down the ladder.
All right, I follow carefully. I have dark vision though.
Yeah. You see, kind of going down.
As
It looks
do
like
I.
almost like a maintenance hatch ladder. As you like start working your way down, as you get to the bottom, you see some form of a sewer system, yes, but also something stranger. You hear like almost sparkles, like sparks kind of going off in the background, and you see this person just goes and like places the hand on like a wall panel and pushes it in, and with that same sparking noise, a bunch of these lights begin to turn on across this entire underground, and these are the lights. This looks like the light you saw in that basement you met Maid. Like
Oh
for the
yeah,
players,
the
it's a
glass
light
light bulbs.
bulb. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see just like a
Right.
string of them kind of like all the way down and down into like this long tunnel like hallway. And you see these wooden steel bonded like pathways carved into the center of this tunnel. And he just goes, right. Name's Stevenson. Good to meet you. We're going to take you through. If the boss is free, he'll talk to you. Probably. Anyway, and like you see, he like pulls a string and like this little bell starts ringing. And you see this, what again, the players would recognize as like this cart like thing that is set on this path, very swiftly moving down with like these lights attached to it as well.
Like a mining cart.
Like a more like a buggy or like a monorail.
Okay.
And
Oh.
you have never seen a contraption like this before, and you see like just kind of like rides up and stops in front. You see he gets on, and they like look over and just go, all right, up aboard.
Oh, all right. UBC kind of has like a twinkle in his eye as he like gets on board. And he's like, "This is really interesting."
He has a what?
Yeah.
A twinkle,
Oh,
just like a little sparkle. Like,
Not Mike just shushing the cat. And
It's very culturally insensitive while we're being led by a tabaxi.
exactly, I'm like, okay. And before you even get like a chance to like properly like take it, your surroundings, it starts zooming ahead, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? And it zooms
Oh.
past for like a couple of minutes, and you see you're covering ground at a rapid pace as you're going through and through and through until like you see like a big light at the end of this tunnel. And as you like get closer, it begins to slow down and slow down, and as it stops there into this enormous carved out like room, like almost like a warehouse room. And you see it is full of noise and people. You see all of these different, like mostly tabaxi are all working on all kinds of different things. They all look like inventors of different kinds. Some of them are just kind of like tuning up like pistols and guns and stuff like that. You see a couple of gnomes on the side. I've climbed onto like a scaffolding. They have this giant metal pipe on one of their shoulders. The other pulls a string, and fire shoots out of the front as this person goes flying. And you look over to another side. There's a bunch of like these training dummies, and these people are picking up like these small orbs, pulling something on them and chucking them, and there's an explosion and the dummies are gone. And yes.
I have a question that is actually related to what's going on in this.
Uh-huh.
So we've been at sea for months. And at the beginning of our journey, I started training in firearms.
Yes.
There's been months since that first time.
Yes.
Have I finished and gotten proficiency yet?
Give me. So you did one roll, then it's been months. Give me 2 dexterity checks.
I just wanted to
Yeah,
check
yeah,
in
yeah.
as narratively.
sure.
I felt like this was a good time.
For sure.
Dexterity checks, just straight
Yes.
dex, right?
Yeah, straight
Okay.
dex. Just give 2 of those.
15 for the first one.
All right.
5 for the second.
Okay. So over that course of time, you managed to at least have a good proficiency with the pistols that you've been working with on the ship. So the flintlocks and stuff that you guys have with like Dagon's assistance and the ship, those you know how to use. But looking at these weapons, these make those look archaic. Like you see all of these sights, you look up to the right, you see this enormous humanoid, like 20-30 feet tall humanoid with covered in like this metal plated armor. And you see like again on one of these scaffoldings, enormous, climbing up to like the center of this giant thing and opening a latch and climbing inside of it. And you see its shoulders begin to move slightly, and you see other people like noting things down next to it. You see what looks like some kind of a backpack that a tabaxi has on, as he pulls a like thread on it, and fire shoots out of the back and he begins to like float up. And as he does, his tail catches on fire and he has to drop down, and like people run up with fire extinguishers literally and put him out. And yeah, you don't know any of what the fuck this shit is. But as you're kind of taking this in, you see like this slightly older looking tabaxi, kind of grayish black fur, like a little bit of white speckled in. You see he comes kind of like walking up, like, right. Taking in the sights, I see. Stevenson brought you in all right, I take it. Well, let's hope that lasts. Name's Gavril. Gavril Bezumitz.
Nice to meet you, Gabriel.
Right.
Jasper, this is my friend UBC.
Yes.
We're
of
expected,
course.
I believe.
Expected, yeah, for the delivery, but I'm just gonna let you know, you might be in some trouble already. You seem to have missed one of the parts of the agreement. Where's the kid? And to bring the kid along at the drop-off so that we can make sure she's okay.
That was not what we agreed upon with Captain Mead, certainly.
Roll me a history check.
Jasper doesn't know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't.
What'd you get?
Yeah, just a 6.
A 6.
I don't know.
Yeah,
6.
you're just like, And you see, he just goes, well, good luck explaining that to the boss. Anyway, he should be freeing up in a second. Let's take you in and see how it goes.
Okay. That cart trip down here, you should put that upstairs. It was fun. I'd pay to do that again.
Yeah, listen. What we do down here has to stay down here. Upstairs, that's all Empire Navy shit. If it isn't up to code, it's not up to code. Most of this stuff shouldn't exist. That means also anything you say here, if you speak of this anywhere, well, you know what happens. Anyway. And you see, he starts leading you down like this.
Standard non-disclosure agreement. Yes.
Oh, nothing standard about it, but, well, you'll find out. And you see, he starts leading you down. And you come across like this set of like double doors to your right, finally. And you see this person knock. Boss, got a delivery for you. And the door just opens. He kind of like looks at the door. He's like, well, guess he's free. Good luck. And he kind of like takes a step back and lets you walk in first. As you walk in, this is an insanely well appointed room. Like a beautiful rug as you like step onto it. You look around at like these deep polished wooden stacks of shelves. There's a desk. Behind the desk, you see a quite literal pile of just gold and gold bars and a few gems spilling out of a coffer. You see what looks like different maps and papers strewn all over this desk, and currently with two very nice boots kind of kicked up onto the desk, and what looks like a feathered red like captain's hat kind of covering his face is this orange tabby cat. And you see, as you walk in, he kind of just like tips his head up. Ah, you're the guys, right? We're the guys, right?
I will lift my own hat and go, Captain Skylark at your service.
Yeah, I know you work for. Oh, well, you used to work for. This is my circus. Those are not my monkeys and all of that. Anyway, how's it going? Name's Lot Nyath.
I mean, wonderfully. We've had a wonderful, uneventful journey across the seas to bring you this.
You pull up the package. Like, right. Uneventful. Wonderful. Well, that's nice to hear. Because I certainly haven't had a fun time during your journey somehow. So, tell me, which one of you broke my little operation there? I also heard there was like a whole lot of you. I only see two.
There was a giant portal to the abyss that opened that broke your operation.
And you're telling me you had nothing to do with opening that portal or disturbing it, because it's been fine until then, until you people showed up, and then, well, things changed, didn't they?
Well, your employee.
We had a lot to do with people making it out alive.
Your employee wouldn't let us check to make sure everything was okay.
Well,
because your employee
you see,
refused
as
to
you're
allow us
talking,
down.
gunshot next to your feet. And you see he has now stood up onto his chair. He has a gun pointed at your feet. And he just goes, I don't believe I stopped talking. Did I?
It sure sounded like it to me. As
Second
I draw
shot
my blade,
Oh,
shing, roll initiative. As I'm
Oh,
leaping
damn
up
it,
and
VC.
attacking this
Okay.
guy.
as you draw your blade,
No, I
multiple
will.
things happen rapidly before anyone else can act. Firstly, a second shot does not fire from the gun. However, you see there is 4 blades pointed at Jasper and your throats that are coming out of invisibility and just like dug into them. And you see up on the ceiling of this room, there is a magical circle that is beginning to hum. And you see this man is looking at you with a very wide smile right now. And he's just going, really want to try this right now, boy? I'm down if you are. I'm letting you walk in
might-
here alive because you said mead.
You
Said
might-
And
I would like to
Ow.
make an intimidation.
Go for it.
I'm going to say, you might kill me. But are you really going to risk how many people I'm going to take down with? I'm going to say, are you really going to risk how many people I'm going to take down with?
All right. Give me intimidation with disadvantage. He is definitely in the powerful position here.
I don't know why the rest of you didn't come with us.
I don't know if
Because we're
I'm
just making
glad
a delivery.
or yeah. You said you were making a delivery. I was like boring. Now I'm like, ah.
Is
Six
it the
is the
delivery we
first
were
one.
supposed to make when we were, or is
This
this
is what
a,
Meat told you to do.
I got an 11.
An 11?
are you fucking kidding me? I
You
thought this
say
was a
that.
separate thing.
No.
No.
You say that, and he just continues smiling, and he just goes, "Well, I've had this crew for a few decades, and you won't be the first paladin we've put in the ground. I don't mind adding to that number if you're down. If you want to make a delivery, walk out of here because Mead said so. I can let that slide. But if you pull a sword in my fucking room in front of all my men, I will let you know why I run this part of the sea, boy. I'm not a pirate lord for nothing."
I'm gonna kill
I
him.
go ahead and sheath.
Is UBC standing down or?
Yubisi standing down. He sheaths his blade, but he looks at him straight in the eye and makes sure that the glowing emblem of Kelpie
Mm-hmm.
is reflected in his eyes.
Yeah. You see, he just goes, Right. You have your little guard to intimidate me with, huh? Well, I just got this, and well, all of this. He points to all his crewmates. And as he's about to continue, you see there's another voice that kind of speaks on. You don't see where it's coming from, and another voice just goes, No, Captain. They have already drawn back. Perhaps we can first see if the contents are all up to par. Yes. And you see, kind of coming out of the invisibility, standing next to Captain Lord Nyath, is this tall, lanky black tabaxi wearing a tailcoat and a very peaceful smile as he just like raises his hands and walks up like, Now, before our bloods run any hotter, I am first mate of Captain Nyath here. Name's Venero Convictora. Greetings. Now, Captain.
This is the fucking guy, right?
That is the fucking guy.
This
Now,
fucking guy.
Captain. This
I
is the
would
guy
put
you
two
talk
into
to.
turn around and
Yeah.
disappeared.
Oh my god, no, not that guy. No. Oh
Now,
god, yeah.
Captain
Obviously,
Skylar.
I pick up on the name.
Yeah.
Oh
Now, Captain
god, yeah.
Skylark.
I won't.
Maybe
won't say
have a
anything.
look at what you have brought us first.
I am going to first of all set down my weapons onto the floor, and then I will walk forward with the package, and I will say to UBC, "Stay here, stand firm, but don't be rash. This is a parley and nothing more."
Mm.
Yubisi doesn't say anything.
You see,
Stands there and lets
Lord
Jasper.
Knight's like on his table right now with his gun out, and like you see, he also like just like puts the gun aside very calmly. He just like crouches down into like the table drawer, pulls out what looks like a very giant, like cartoony cigar, and just lights it up. And Gabriel, stop shitting yourself and get in here. And you see like Gabriel like kind of walks in, like looking around, and he takes the package from you and brings it over to Lord Nyath, who mutters something under his breath. You can't tell what. And you see a arcane rune kind of like flies above the package and dispels. And as it does, the knot on it becomes undone. And he opens it, looks inside, and you guys do get a peek. It's a bunch of just papers. And you see, he looks over the papers, hands it to Gavra. He's like, "Right, let the lads into the lab. Look at this. See if this is going to help us with the thing. If Meat's actually found what we're looking for, should give us a fighting chance in the future." Right. Well, at least you brought the package. That's something. The parlay stands, as you kept up that end of the bargain. Part of that bargain was also me having a look to see if the kid is being tracked actively or not, if the kid is alive and well. I don't see said kid around here.
And if the kid was being tracked, bringing her here would be a bad idea.
This
You're
place
more
can't be
than welcome
tracked.
to come and inspect her state. Well, I didn't know that, did I? So precautions are a good thing. You know, precautions one might take, such as appellating in the middle of a vessel on the sea in the middle of the night. You know, that kind of thing. So,
have you
you
to
know,
make sure we're
maybe you
dealing
just
with.
come and have a drink at the pub. Well, so you took precautions, I've taken precautions. You can come to the Flappy
So you
Stingray
forgot to
later.
bring her, huh?
Kill him, kill him, kill him.
And you see, he just like kind of like raises an eyebrow there, and
You
he
can
goes,
make whatever
"You think-
assumptions you want.
You think you're gonna make me walk into a Navy sailor tavern? I think I have my own supply I can get high on right here. Regardless, before that one starts staring a hole into my walls, you've done this part. Good job. Now, Mead also said once you've done the delivery, depending on how I feel about it, maybe I give you another assignment to help out the tribunal or the pirate lords. But, again, looking at this one there, doesn't sound like you're too keen, huh? Guess I'll let Mead know where
My
your
friends
chips are
have-
falling.
I'm looking at every single person
We are
in this group
trying
Yeah.
and thinking about how I can kill them.
Mm-hmm.
to remain neutral.
Yeah, that doesn't really look very well when I hear that the first thing you do after coming here is pay a visit to the good old lieutenant, huh? Not really playing neutral. I
That
see
was a
which
personal
dock
matter
your ship's
for
at.
one of our crew.
Personal alignments, huh? Well,
Safe and secure, we had letters of passage. Why not?
well, if you're looking to keep neutral, I'm sure you've heard about this big summit coming up. Try not to do anything too reckless there. Because you know, we'll know. And if you are that keen on your neutrality, we're in the market for earning some gold for a little bit of scouting.
God damn it.
Not in the Navy, mind you. On a third party that might be in danger or have become a danger. Does not require you to go deal with them or anything, just to gather some information.
Perhaps.
Well,
You need to know more.
have you heard of blood rum? I would actually say you don't need to roll.
Have
You
I?
would have. Blood rum, Derek Blood rum is one of the pirate lords. And you see, he just goes, I recently heard now. Not a fan of that man myself. That kid. But one of his crews went missing about 2 days southeast of here. He's been hounding everyone to go take a look, find out what the fuck happened. Now, usually I'm not one for helping this man out. If you think I'm violent, well, let's just say I am quite polite compared to him. Regardless, his crew went missing and he called in a favor. A favor, if you're willing to do. I can give you a decent amount of gold for it. Or, if you're not in the market for gold, I can give you one prototype from my lab. We are the R&D department, after all. What do you say? Favor for a favor?
I will look at your V. Yeah, I'll look at your VC, and I'll say, one of those, whatever they were, firearms might come in handy. But I will put the proposition to my party. I make no decisions. This is a democracy. I captain in a very different way.
I can tell.
Soon see.
Well, you know where to find us. If you're planning on going, let me know by the end of the day. All right. Well,
Apologies
that's a
for
parlay
the
well done.
misunderstanding.
I mean, considering how parlays usually go, this is a bit of a dull affair. No one's even been shot yet. Now, get the fuck out of my room. I need to do some drugs.
I just followed Jasper.
I will tip my hat. I will look at Convictoro, and I will say, next time you wish to pay a visit, just knock.
And you see, as you are escorted out, the door closes behind you, and you just hear him yelling like, all right, put out the dream flake, pull out the coke. We got it, boys! And you are escorted
Was
out
the
to
shipment
entire
drugs? Did we actually ship drugs?
no, the shipment
It was
was
papers.
documents.
Can you throw like dynamite or a fireball down into their headquarters, please? I hate these
Good luck.
people.
Same.
Uh-oh. I think, did we lost Mike?
No.
No.
He's gonna refresh, I think he said. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
So I think if BC stays like dead silent, almost like a spell has been cast on him.
You see,
Like he's just
Gavril
quiet.
is still like escorting you out, and you see he's just like muttering to you guys while like quietly like, honestly, considering the kind of shit you guys pulled, that went better than I thought. I'm sure you're pretty strong, but I don't think you want to fuck with the captain. I mean, there's a reason he's been a pirate lord for these decades. I don't think
Good
he's
thing that
lost
I'm
his sword
100
fight.
years old.
Oh, I don't
Easy
think
says-
age is gonna scare him. He's killed older people than you, man.
I just have to outlive him.
I just
He
think,
just says that like he just says I just have to outlive him.
You see, Gavril can just like shrug his shoulders. He's like,
This,
"Wait,
with
wait,
that
the world's
weird
going, good luck."
alien, with that weird alien ancient elven thing
Yeah.
that they do, like
And yeah, eventually you're escorted through the same like rail system out to the ladder and up back onto the Fine Day boardwalk itself. And you guys are out, at which point we cut away to let's cut to Sapphire. Sapphire.
Yep.
You also you walk out of the fort, you're looking around at all the sights. Celia's with you. She's looking a little out of sorts, like a little nervous. You can kind of get the vibe that she has never left her home, which is a small, like, port town, essentially. So, like, being in a city this big, you see she is having that, oh, big city energy hitting her, and she's a little stun-locked. Just like, oh, finding important people in this place will take some time, huh?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I think. Sorry, you want to find people? Or?
I mean, his name was Gore, the lieutenant. He said he'll find some contacts and let me know. So I don't think we need to look for people outright. But I'm sorry. Have you been here before?
Oh, probably a long time ago, before this was even a place. Not really. No.
She looks at you very quizzically and just goes, okay. Do you know
Don't worry
what
about it.
people do in a place like this when they visit, I guess?
I'm guessing explore the. There's probably some sites to see. We could do that. We could get some food, some local cuisine. We could sample some of that. We could
You
potentially
see her eyes light up at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see she just goes, oh, that actually sounds interesting. I mean, I've mostly just had fish in my life, but if we're looking around, I mean, I'm sure we can find all kinds of things. And as you do look around, like, you see firstly obviously the same things that Jasper and UBC were looking at in, like, this town square. You see looking more towards, like, the commercial district in your case, looking at all of these things. You see this place. It is this kind of like more like sanded path rather than like a cobblestone, and it seems to be like a market fair of sorts, like a long, like, just road of just markets and markets and markets. And on top of it, it says in like a very like nice kind of calligraphy kind of a style, it says Jojo's Adventurers Bazaar.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm leaving the campaign. I'm done.
I took this 1-for-1 from the same game of TFS at the table. You cannot blame me. It's not my
I
fault.
want
I took this
to
encounter from
give
there.
up.
It's
It
still
was
bad.
nice meeting
It's still
everyone.
horrifying.
Bye. Healer. I
We
give
lose
up.
30 points from the
gone,
jar
I'm
for this.
done,
We yeah.
Just to be
no.
safe, I'm not playing with any of you ever again. I'm leaving the server. I'm
Was
cutting
nice
all
meeting
ties.
you
did it.
all.
I
Wait,
did
I
it.
was
This is
I
the
was
end of
looking
the
at the
campaign.
chat.
We all
What did I
died.
miss? What? Did I miss something? I missed something. I don't know what I missed.
And
I let the players
Dan
repeat.
made. Hmm.
Dan made a very on the nose. I can't even call it pun. It was that bad.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Wasn't even
okay,
fun.
take how bad Mike's are and how bad mine are and smush them together and then double it.
Oh. I guess it must have been so extreme that like my senses of perception couldn't handle it, so I
Yeah.
blanked. I just blanked it out. Like I don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
I'm
If
sorry,
you
I
would
didn't
have
mean to
told
interrupt.
me in
It's just that
advance, Jan, I could have at least drawn someone who's doing the JoJo pose and I could have flashed it on the screen, but you didn't let me in. Why?
Chad, please continue. I'm
I
so
give
sorry.
up.
I
It's
was just
okay.
like, what happened?
I think the
So
party
much
needed a
shit.
moment to recover. It's okay. That was just a stun I did. But yeah, you see, looking at that, like, vibrant marketplace. There's all kinds of different stalls with exotic foods, smaller like marketplaces with like clothes, accessories, jewelry, all kinds of stuff. And a lot of people seem to be going in and out. It seems to be like a periodic marketplace that opens up every now and then, like a lot of pop-up stores and stuff. And you see She looks at it and she goes, "Can we check it out?"
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Whatever you want to do. I have no plans here. I wanted to see my friend, and I did that. So the rest of it is we can do whatever you're interested in.
Oh, I mean, but as long as you're also interested in it, I mean, I don't want to
Oh,
drag
yeah.
you around the city.
No, yeah. I mean, if you're interested in it, I'm interested in it. It's fine. Like we're here to have a good time and explore the city a little bit more. And I don't know when we'll get to see you again. So get to spend a little bit of time, make a new friend or more. It is nice.
Roll me a charisma check.
Fucking hell.
Man just can't help it.
Okay, give me something good. Please give me something good. It's a 1. It's a nat 1. That's my first nat 1 charisma check. Let's go.
Oh, that's so good.
Anna's not here for one session.
You see, she kind of like looks at you. She was like smiling through like everything, and the second you say the last bit, the smile just vanishes, and she's just like, "Oh, well, I mean, that's sweet of you to say, but I'm sorry. I
Oh,
really
it's
don't know
fine.
what
Don't
to
worry
say.
about it. We're just here to grab some food. Food is the priority. We're just gonna get some food. That's
Are
fine.
you sure? I don't want to give you more wrong signs if I already gave those.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
No, it's fine. My apologies. We can just grab some food. It's fine.
You see, she agrees, but she clearly has like a little bit of a different vibe about you now.
Which is fair. Who doesn't?
And you
Oh my God!
walk
Just talk to a woman and it didn't go well. Oh no!
immersive gameplay. Yes, of course. But yeah, you make your way in. You see, she starts trying out like a couple of like these food stalls. They have these fun little like fried squids on skewers. They have what look like these animals locally hunted from Worms Crossing, north of Balkard, which are like Rockazoo essentially. And like you see, she's trying all of these foods out, and it totals out to be about like 1 silver, which she pays for. And
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I was gonna offer to pay, but okay.
And you see, you guys spend some nice time like going through the market, seeing like the different sites. You even see a few people like getting conned on the side for like clearly what is a basic ass like ring. Someone is being told it is a magical ring that can give you great fortune ahead, stuff like that, and they are falling for it, they're paying for it. You see there are places where people have like those little like pop-up setup where they're playing like magic tricks or card games and stuff like that, or like guessing games with the 3 cups. And you see eventually you come out to like a bit of a more broader area, and you see this wide stall with like a canopy over it, and it is lined with like dresses and robes and all kinds of very nice and colorful clothes. And you see she kind of like stops by there looking around. The place is run by like one like older human lady, and you see Celia, she looks over at this dress and she's like, "Oh, this looks very nice."
You, wait, where are you seeing the captions?
On stream?
I thought stream's not back.
No, we are
Oh
back
yeah,
now.
it's back. We're back now.
Are we all audible?
We shall find out.
think so.
Find out.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Okay, I think we're back.
We're back.
We are back. Why is my voice
Yes.
fucking cracking, bro? That is the 4th time it has happened today.
It's okay. It's just all going with that nat one you just got, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So welcome back. We are back. I think everything's okay. Where we had left off was that they were Celia and Sapphire were at a little clothing store of sorts, and she was looking over this green dress. Was liking the feel of it, and she asked the shopkeeper, "How much is it for?" And the shopkeeper said, "It's on the pricier side. It's for 4 gold." And you see she made like her like expression like changes there, and she just kind of goes, "Oh," and she is very clearly like weighing her options, like looking at is it worth or not, and is having a bit of a struggle trying to like decide that. And you see she kind of
I
like
just wordlessly offered the guy 4 gold for it.
old lady, but as
Oh, sorry.
as you go to offer it, you hear a voice call out from the other end of the store, and I'll be taking that. And you look to your right and you see the like dress that she was looking at. What looks like a armored up guard walks up and just takes the dress.
Yo,
And you see standing behind the armored guard is this very ornately dressed Asimar.
oh no.
Bright, glowing bluish skin, fire wreathing around him, and you see he's just like wearing these mostly like whites and golds on him, different like pieces of jewelry, and he just goes, "Yes, it's all right if you can't afford it. That will look amazing on my daughter. In fact, a few others here would also fit that bill. Let's see." And like he
Um,
isn't paying you any mind. Yeah, go on.
Oi. I look at the guard. Oi. And I look at the Asimar. Excuse me. My friend was had an eye on that.
Excuse you. Well, if she had her eye on it, why didn't she buy it?
Because I literally have the gold in my fucking hand. What do you mean?
Oh, I think not. I have decided I'll be buying that for my daughter already.
I have already
I
decided that I'm
have
going to
the
give that to my
dress.
friend. I do not. Let's not do this.
Excuse
It's a
you.
dress.
Indeed, it is but a dress. I would say that you can perhaps get another one here, but in fact, and you see he walks up to the counter and he pulls out a big bag and just puts it on. "I'll be buying your entire stock." And you see like the bag kind of like slips to the side and you see it's all platinum coins. And you see the shopkeeper's like, you want to buy everything? But why? He said, "Please do not make this more complicated. I simply wish to purchase it. And I will." I don't have time for such needless debate and contemplation, okay? Now, please, Dragonborn, step aside.
Who are you?
You do not know who I am.
Yeah, you think of it though, right? How funny is it that I do not know who you are, who you
Of
pretend
course
to
you
be?
would. I mean, of course you wouldn't know who I am, considering what it seems to be the kind of circles you would probably frequent. I am Edward Castor. I am a noble of the House of Castor from Ibracon. And I suppose politeness would dictate I ask who you are, though I'd imagine you're not part of any noble lineage, are you?
Oh, buddy, pal, friend,
Oh,
you have no idea. And there's this big smile
I
on Sapphire's
certainly
face.
don't.
Yeah, just
Anyway,
like I
I do
had
not
no
have
idea who you
time
are.
to
Are
waste
you
with mercenary, cell swords, whatever you may call yourself. I do not have time to waste here. I am quite busy.
are you part of the regiment from Ibrakal who's going to be present in the event happening in a couple of days?
He raises an eyebrow. He's like, I am a noble house. I am here to pay my homage to the visiting royalty. And to that end, I will be bringing my daughter along eventually, and she needs to look her absolute best. She needs to have options to try, of course. Perhaps she can wear a few to her play dates the next time as well.
Yeah, it's a shame though. She is your daughter, so she already has a very big disadvantage on that. But that's not the point.
Oh, clearly not taught manners, but of course, people like you wouldn't be taught manners now, would they?
See, you talk like you own this place. You talk like there's like I'm supposed
I
to
believe I
bow
just
down.
bought the shop. I do own this place now.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Spend your money. Waste whatever money that your parents or grandparents earned that make you sit on your cushy ass and do fuck all, and pretend like you're a noble house or whatever else. It's fine. Whatever. If you want to.
I do not like your tone, young one. And to that
Young
end,
one. How old are you?
It is uncouth to talk about age so openly. However,
I've read about people like you. It's in.
Of course, you've read about people like me.
Yeah.
People like me are the people they write books about. You.
Yeah, it's
fool.
always the people like you who end up dead in a ditch somewhere because they ran their mouth too much.
Is that a threat?
Oh no, it's just an observation based on my experience.
If you are threatening Edward Castor,
I don't even know who Edward Castor is. So like, I couldn't give two shits about whatever this is. Anyway, I think we will be seeing each other soon. I'm assuming if you're going to be part of the delegation.
See, he kind of like smirks at that, like, oh, you're going to be there as what? The wait staff?
No.
I'd be surprised if they'll let you through the front door.
Did you hear about
Anyway.
the portal that opened up near Phandalin with the abyssal demons?
Don't keep myself up to date with these smaller problems that are happening. And you see, as he's saying that, Celia kind of speaks up and she's like, listen, I wanted that dress. You're getting all of them anyway. What's one less? And you see, he just goes, how dare you talk to me like that? I own the dress now. Are you asking me for the dress? Fine. I'll give you the dress for 1,000 platinum. How does that sound? And you see she just like pipes on. Oh, what? Is that perhaps out of your price range? And you see like she kind of pipes down and looks over to you, still smirking, and he goes, you know what? You intrigue me. How about we make a wager? How does that sound? If I lose, I will give back all of these dresses. And I'll even throw in 100,000 platinum on top of that.
Oh my god, it's a silent showdown.
What is the wager?
However, before that, if you predictably lose, you and what I imagine is a band of sun swords you operate with have to do a particular job for me. An expedition job. I was looking in the market to hire some mercenaries. Now, if they're barking at my door already, might as well just hire them for that low price of showing them their place.
What is the wager?
Oh, it's simple. We put you down in... He kind of points up towards like a direction, and you see this giant coliseum. Simple one. You, or if you have the means to afford one, anyone you elect, can walk their way into an exhibition match. A very common thing in these circles. and I'll
This
pick someone
again?
out from my end. Whoever wins, wins. And you see Celia just like looks at that and like looks at you, kind of like seeing what you're gonna say in response to this.
So you're willing to put 100,000 platinum on the line for one fight with a fighter of your choosing versus a fighter of my choosing or mine, whatever. I don't
It's
care.
a paltry sum for me.
I don't care about the money of it all, but in return, you, if I do not succeed, you want me to go on this expedition for you or whatever, for no cost. That's what you're.
Oh no, you will be paid appropriately. It'll all be part of the contract.
So then, what is stopping me from winning anyway and then taking the expedition anyway? Like how
I'm telling you about the expedition until after the fact, you fool. I am the one with the map to the place. It's not like without me you can even find it.
There is a very big part of me that wants to take this and to shut you up and show.
Nobody cares about how big your part is.
After all, sometimes the rivals just need to be given a talking to know where they stand. Isn't that right?
I'm going to reach into my pocket, pull out a piece of platinum, and I am going to flip a coin. Heads, I take this. Tails, I don't take it. We're going to roll a d20.
Can't you make decisions for yourself without being told what to do by a coin?
See, unlike you, or people like you, I generally do not make decisions on my own. Why? Because I have people who are accountable for me, who I am accountable to, people who are accountable to me, and people I care about, and people who care about me. I don't know if you would know how that feels.
Oh, I'm sure you have your own little circles that you hang around with, and I'm sure they all listen to the sway of a coin, wouldn't they?
How many of the people in your circle actually would care about you if you didn't have the money?
I guess I don't have to ask that question now, do I?
Yeah, would this soldier even be here if you were not paying him? I don't know how much is. I look at the soldier. How much is he paying you? Like a few 100,000 gold? Less?
He doesn't say anything, and Caster just replies, "Oh, I'll show you. He's being paid more than you'll ever see in your life."
This is so funny. You have no idea who I am. You have no idea who you are even talking to. And the funniest part is I can't even show you because reasons. And then
woman nonsense spotting again once more. I see. Okay. Do we have a wager, or I'm taking all of these dresses and going home? You can do whatever you want. I'm sure there's another shop with a dress like this.
I look over at Celia. Do you want this dress?
You see, she's just terrified right now because she's like, she clearly doesn't want the dress. But give me an insight.
That's a 2. Fuck me.
2. What you can tell is she doesn't want to cause you any trouble, but she does seem like she keeps looking at the dress in a very sad way.
Okay. Give me 24 hours. I will have it.
No. This happens today. I'll give you, if you say yes right now.
Fuck it. I'm doing
it. We have a deal then. And you see he extends a hand out to shake.
I will look at his hand, look up at his face, and scowl, and I'll take his hand.
As you take his hand, you see in a very swift motion, he pulls out a dagger and stabs both your hands together. And,
Bro!
oh,
Motherfucker!
do you not know how ASMR culture works?
I know
then?
how ASMR culture works, but like, give me like a 3-second head start before you fucking start pulling out daggers.
If you're that scared of a little cut, I certainly worry for your future.
That's what your mom
And
said,
you
but that's not the point.
see, the wound very quickly like sears close with like a burning sensation, and this mark of a fire and a sun begins to appear around your like back of your hand, and that's the mark of Selima on your hand. And there are things scribbled all around it, very small, like which is basically like the stipulations of your contract. And you see, as that's done, he's like, "Great, now I'll see you there." Or you'll break the contract, and then I suppose I'll never see you again. I'm not sure what would be more entertaining. Regardless, I'll give you a few hours to scrape together whatever you want.
What
I'll see you
are the
again
conditions?
soon. Hmm.
What are the rules for this combat? Is it to the death? Is it to first blood? Is it whoever faints first? What is it?
Whoever concedes in an exhibition match, a death fight is not really the norm. However, I'm sure accidents might happen.
And is it bare hands or is magic allowed?
Oh, you can do whatever you want. As long as it's a one-on-one, you can be a spellcaster, a fighter, anything you want to set your little heart to. It won't make a difference. And you see, he very confidently starts walking off and says, like while walking away, "It is getting close to 11 a.m. Let's say the fight will be at 4 p.m.
Okay. And the
Oh
dress?
no, let's make it earlier, 3. Oh, I keep the dress, of course I own it. If I lose my bet, then I'll hand it back." And he walks away with like this little regiment of guards, and like you see Celia just like kind of punches your shoulder very lightly, like, "Why'd you do that?"
Well, two things, right? One, it was a nice dress. You wanted it.
Yes, it was a nice dress. It's not worth getting into a fight for the noble over. I'm sure there's more dresses here.
Fair enough, but also sometimes people like this need to be punched in the face
It's
and brought down a
everywhere.
peg.
How many punches are you going to throw?
I don't know. I've been throwing punches my entire life. So what's one more, right? It's fine.
You didn't have to for me.
No, so here's the thing, right? I would have done it either way because this guy was a piece of shit. But like the fact that you, as a friend, wanted that was also a priority. So he's they're trying very clearly to make it very clear to Celia that this is not a quid pro quo thing. It's more like I would do this for anyone, kind of do this for a friend regardless, and not in a romantic sexual way. That was not the intention.
Give me persuasion with disadvantage, considering your last nat one.
Motherfucker. Are you kidding? That's another one.
Oh my god!
Just can't stop fumbling.
You see, she just looks at you like, "Oh, I just hope this doesn't cause you and your friends more problems. I feel like you have had enough problems over these things, over things regarding my home already, many times over. I still think it's a stupid thing that you're doing. And if you regret it, you regret it, but thanks, I guess." And she just starts very quietly walking away.
God damn it. It's fine. I need to
Y'all, we cannot split the party anymore.
Everyone just starts fights everywhere.
Hey,
I just
I'm just saying we we split the party still, but we just put the fighty people in the situation where nothing can be like thought about. So you guys,
Fighty people
to
should
the
have gone
fun.
shopping.
This was not. This was. Where was the fighty here? This was going to be a simple fucking buy a dress, not fight a noble, bro.
The problem is that Tan is gonna throw an asshole at us regardless of what we do.
Yeah, and the problem is he's so good at
Oh,
playing
okay.
assholes, right? Like it is
I
a
love
problem
the
to.
entire chat pissed off at this guy. That's how I know I made a good antagonist without stakes.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
kill him. This is the other guy. When I turn into dragon, I'm gonna eat him. Both these guys. The fucking.
All right.
I just sat there
captain-
going, I know this guy. I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, Mike knew
really,
what this
really
character
wish you.
was.
I really. This was that. See, this is the funny part. We had gotten a heads up about this NPC in the universe,
Oh,
and people were excited about Yubisi meeting this NPC.
Yeah.
And guess who Yubisi didn't meet?
Oh,
When did we get this
from
heads up?
It's when Mike and Anna got to do the parallel world.
oh.
Yeah, this is the NPC they wanted Yubisi to meet, and they were
The
like, "This is the one you should hit."
yeah.
And of course, I don't meet him. I
The
end up meeting.
second
what
you
I-
said, "Oh, I'm gonna go for the delivery," I'm like, "Oh no."
I thought the delivery was where we were going to meet that NPC.
I see.
That is why I pulled my
Well,
weapon.
to be
because
fair,
I
they were
thought
assholes
that
on both
was the
sides.
NPC.
Yeah.
How far would Gore be from us right now?
Plus, like an hour and a half away. Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, so message will not work.
Okay. Yeah, definitely no. And yes. So that's what you guys get up to.
I want to confirm something, Tan. Did Gore give me something like a thing signifier that states that I'm? He didn't give me anything like that, no. That
Correct. Like,
Could I
wait,
find
no.
us-
You agreed to join up with the Navy, so you
Yeah.
have gotten. No, but it's still the same day. No, it'll take them a day to make the badges. for
okay.
you.
So could I potentially find the closest soldier and ask him to deliver a message to Gore, or will that not be possible?
You could find a soldier pretty easily. It's more so, do they believe you to go deliver a message to go?
Okay. Can I try?
Yeah, for sure. Let me just.
Send Will. Send Will.
Is Will with me?
Will is at the tavern, but
How
you
far
can
is the
do
tavern?
Like 30 minutes.
Fuck, I'm gonna go to the tavern then.
All right. You.
Celia
head on
is
over.
pissed, right? Is she
Yeah.
still
Yeah,
exploring? or is
she's
she
with
going...
you. She's with you. She's just kind of quiet. You see, you get to the tavern. It's a middle of the day situation, so it's not very lively, but there's some people taking their breaks, getting early lunches and stuff like that. And you see, you spot Will and Eglet there, who are both currently just sharing like an ale, and Eglet is very cheerfully, like, patting him on the shoulder and stuff like that. And Will is very quietly and sadly just saying things in the distance. And as you walk in, Eglet like goes, "Oh, you're here!" and just kind of like waves you down.
Hello. Hey. So I might have fucked myself, and not in the fun way. Agreed to a fight with a noble's. Yeah, I know. Agreed to a fight in a coliseum, an exhibition match against a noble's soldier thing, whatever. Will, I need you to deliver a message to Gore, please.
Sure, what's the message?
Tell him I agreed to a fight with Edward Castor's soldier. Do you know Edward Castor, by the way? Is he like a big dude, big person here?
Let me roll for him. You see, he goes, name's kind of familiar. I think he has like a vacation house in Balkard or something, but don't really know too much.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, okay, fuck that. Doesn't matter. I'm sure Gore will know. Yeah, so you need to tell him very clearly, I have a fight at 3 p.m. at the Coliseum against someone with William Castor's whatever.
Edward Castor. I'm
Yeah,
William.
yeah, sorry. Shit, fuck. Yeah, Edward Castor. Sorry, see, I'm stumbling over my own thing because I'm so fucking annoyed about this whole thing. This motherfucker, okay? And I tell him, this motherfucker bought out an entire shop just so Celia wouldn't get a dress that she wanted. And then he challenged
And
me
you
to
see
a
Celia
fight.
pipes up. Celia pipes up. Yeah, and his solution was to pick a fight with him.
I was not. No, he offered the fight. I did not start the fight. Okay, he wanted a fight, and it's 100,000 platinum. How am I going to say no to that?
Eglet goes like, "Is that a lot?"
Eglet, what is your favorite food?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Oh my God, what is your
It's
favorite
totally
drink?
Russian.
Oh no.
My favorite food. Define food.
Oh my God. Okay, Eglet, what do you like to drink the most?
Hmm.
Okay, forget
Short
it. Forget.
answers.
You see
Just
this ale?
say yes.
You see this ale here in front of you?
I like this ale.
Yeah, you could fill this entire room 4 times with as much ale with 100,000 platinum. That's how much it is.
You fill the room with ale, won't you
Yeah.
drown?
No, but then you can drink it whenever you want. Hop in, pop in, drink some, then leave, and then rinse
And
repeat.
it won't even spill out. Must be a
Oh.
magical ale.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
maybe a magical room.
yeah, both even.
This room's magic, you hear that? And he looks at the bartender while saying it, and the bartender looks terrified.
Oh, no.
He's just like, oh, fuck.
Um,
Small answers.
Yeah.
with
Also,
Netflix. Small
Will, if you could, ask him if he knows who the soldier might be, so I can prep accordingly. Is it something you could do for us?
I mean, I can check, but I doubt he's gonna know.
Yeah, worth a shot. But like,
Yeah, might as
regardless, if
well.
I'm going to go into a fight, I would like to have my friend there. So if he's free,
Kind of looks you up and down. He's like, "Are you the one who's gonna fight?"
I'm considering it.
All right. Well, I guess I haven't seen any of you in action, but Colosseum isn't any easy place to work with. It's
Yeah,
a big place, lots of enemies.
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Even in
Is
a
it?
one-on-one, it's
I'm trying to figure out if this is going to be who I'm going to fight against. Is it going to be a caster or a fighter or what? Right? If it's a caster, it'll be. I could probably take them. If it's a marshal, if it's someone like Yabisi or you or Nedra, might be a lot more difficult.
fair enough. I mean, you're the one with the fight, so I guess I'll leave it to you. I mean, and you see, Eglet pipes up like, I mean, fighting would be fine, but if you are choosing someone to fight, isn't your BC also quite experienced?
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to ask someone else to fight for me. Is the thing.
Oh, well, if there's someone representing you, it should be the captain of the ship, right?
Oh yeah, Jasper could do it. Yeah, there's a big smile on Sapphire's face. Fuck it, we lost Jasper. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
I mean, I also understand if you
None
just want
of
to keep the
this is
fight for
smart.
yourself.
None of this is smart. What are
No,
we
yeah,
doing,
Sapphire
guys?
is just going
Oh,
along
how
with
Jasper
Jasper could
Eglet.
totally do it.
Yeah,
How did
Sapphire
I-
is just going along with it.
All right. On that note, you see Will gets up and starts walking out. And I think before we cut over to Estrogen and Sprout, we'll take a little break there. And we'll be back in like 10, 15?
Yeah, that works.
15? Okay, yeah. Cool. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in 15. Then we shall see how the shopping goes, following which we shall
Shopping,
see
yes.
how the fight goes. We'll see if we do
I
the
am
fight today,
scared.
depending on timing, because fights take a bit in D&D. Anyway,
I'm
we'll
scared.
be back in a little bit.
I can't believe I've done this.
Hello, and we're back. We have returned. Two of our three pairs have gone and done things which are fun. Now for the third, as we see Estrogen and Sprout making their way into the commercial district, probably like past the area of the Adventurers Bazaar, into looking
my
into
way
like more
down.
shops around. Yes. All of you, yes. What
Sorry.
are you looking for?
Um,
No, I
uh,
mean, Sprout just followed for no reason. I don't think Sprout knows that they can buy shit
I mean, the
or how
Sprouts don't
to
look for
buy
anything
shit.
specific. Esther wants a magic shop with magical things.
Right. Roll me a investigation. Let's see what all you find.
Investigation. I am not intelligent.
I also want to investigate to see if anything catches like Sprout's eye, if possible.
I rolled a 9.
You can roll me a perception, Sprout.
Perception. Where's my perception? How big it is? +3? Okay. 16.
16. Looking around, you see. Well, firstly, Estrogen, you're looking for like a magic shop, and you keep finding like off magic shops that don't really have anything. Like, you keep finding like scams essentially, and it's like wasting some time here or there. But while walking around Sprout, you see a few lanes over. There's this one tall, like tower-like structure with the top of the tower is kind of like shaped like a genie's lamp, and on it, in again very like beautiful writing, shimmering with some kind of a major image cast on it, it says uh, Trustworthy Pete's Emporium of Oddities.
Yeah, that's not a scam for sure.
So Sprout doesn't know what a scam is, so Sprout will like grab onto Estrogen's like sleeve and tug a little bit, like,
Huh?
can we go and check that out, please?
Huh. Trustworthy Pete. Yeah, I guess if he's trustworthy, let's go.
You guys are walking
Two
over.
people
You
walking
see,
in a scam. What could go wrong?
you see, like just a very simple door at the base of the tower. As you get closer, you see it's a big tower, and you enter. And as you close the door behind you, it is kind of dim and dark in here. You see, like around the edges of the walls, there are like, scrolls and other things like in like cases all around you. You can't like properly make them out in here.
I
And
have dark vision.
yeah, no. So you can see what it is. It's more like they're all like obscurely like kind of just stashed into the wall. And you look up, there is no like staircase or anything in this tower. It just goes. And out of nowhere, you see this like bright light just with a like flash just like shine down onto the room, kind of lighting it up. And you look up and you see like almost like floating stars in place of a ceiling. And these shelves go from the bottom all the way to the top. And are those customers? These ears here,
Yes.
customers. Ah ha ha! And you hear like the fluttering of pages, and you see this like almost like a mini little tornado building up that flies around the entire place wildly and lands down as you see this what looks like an air genasi, like man with like a pale like grayish skin, a bit of a long, very well kept ornate beard with like rings like kind of braided into it. You see he's wearing like a simple like vest of sorts, and his bottom half is a tornado. And he looks at you and just goes, welcome. You have found Trustworthy Pete's Trustworthy Emporium, it seems. How can Trustworthy Pete help you?
Hi. I'm
Hello,
Estrogen. This, this is.
Estrogen. A beautiful name for a beautiful person. And what about
Thank
you,
you.
my friend?
My name is Sprout. You seem like a very nice person.
Ah, you warm this trustworthy heart of trustworthy Pete. You seem like amazing customers that are here for great deals and trustworthy goods, eh?
I- We would love some great deals. Um,
I
What?
like your tower.
Thank you, trustworthy Pete built it himself.
Interesting.
Now,
You keep saying your name over and over.
it is trustworthy Pete's way of talking. Trustworthy Pete is
Yeah.
trustworthy Pete.
Who am I to judge?
Now,
Okay,
tell,
so
what are you looking?
I would like maybe some magic scrolls and maybe some magic items if you got anything that's not too expensive,
Ah,
like some armor.
trustworthy Pete thinks you are adventurers. Trustworthy Pete has met many adventurers and has gathered goods from all over the world. All sorts of
Oh,
trustworthy oddities, including the spell scrolls and magical items you speak of. Now, what kind of arcane wonders are you in the market for, eh?
oh dear. Oh, okay. You'll have to excuse me. I'm a bit new to this. Um, I've only been really interacting with magic items for like less than a year now. Um,
It's quite all right. Trustworthy Pete will guide you through this process. You give Trustworthy Pete the kind of needs you have, and Trustworthy Pete will find the closest thing to that need.
I would love some sort of armor or something that will make me,
Ah,
just a bit able to
now
hold myself
it,
more.
it wounds Trustworthy Pete to say he does not keep too much armor in a emporium of oddities. However, if you are indeed a magic user yourself, perhaps something to protect you is something Trustworthy Pete can indeed find. And
Yeah, anything to protect me
he
works.
like does like this flare and he flies up into like these like little stalks again, and he pulls out this long beautiful looking white robe with like stars embedded
Him.
over its shoulders
I
and
love
like
it so
flowing
much.
sleeves,
I love
and
this guy. I
he
fucking love this
he
guy.
flies down and he
I
goes,
love this guy so much.
We won, guys. We won the interaction, guys. We got this right. We went to the right path.
you see he flies down presenting these robes with like a flare as he looks at all of you, both of you, and goes, these robes are beautiful to be put first, following which they very trustworthily protect its user a few times a day.
Can you elaborate?
He thinks for a moment and he goes, put it on.
Put it on?
Yes.
Sounded like potato,
Okay.
but you know.
You throw it on.
Yeah,
And
put it
you
on.
realize it's an attunement, but right now you see he like snaps his fingers and the item just becomes attuned to you for a brief moment. And in this moment, he's like, now, look at this. I will be throwing some arcane magic your way and see how the robe protects you. And
Yeah.
he chucks it, and you see the robes glow, shimmer for a moment, and this small arcane dome just appears around you, blocking the magic, and then shimmers away. This robe lets you cast the shield spell.
Oh, nice.
It sounds
Um,
fucking cool. I love this man
It has
already.
5 charges, so you can cast shield 5 times a day with this.
Oh my god.
You get charges back on long rest.
Obviously, a ceased brain is thinking this robe is tampered with somehow, but I don't see why estrogen would necessarily think that. So, yeah. Oh wow. This might be exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. Would it still work if I don't know, maybe dyed it a different color?
shortened it a bit, made some adjustments.
If you
Fabric.
wish for it to be a different color, Trustworthy Pete will make this happen. Snaps his fingers. What color do you want it?
Fuck. I guess like a sunny, like fucking orange yellow.
Yeah, it turns into like this auburn, kind of like gradient shaded robe suddenly.
Ooh, okay, yeah. This is more my style.
Trustworthy Pete, make you feel more trusted, yes?
I feel so trusted. How much?
Oh, this is a very rare piece of clothing that I found far, far away in a trapped desert tornado. But for such a priceless item, but for such a discerning and beautiful customer, Trustworthy Pete shall lower it to the low, low price of 2,000 gold. And
Yeah, that's
while,
all my money.
while
That's most of my
you are ruminating on this, may I show you Trustworthy Pete's Emporium of Oddities? More knickknacks for your journey. Things that can be very useful in a, what is the word? Pinch.
We do get into
Cloud is going
pinches.
to slowly waddle to Estrogen and pull on her sleeve and go, I don't know how I don't know how to count to 2,000, but isn't that a big number?
Uh, Estrogen is gonna reply back in Sylvan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a big number, but I don't know. After the kind of things that everyone's gone through, this might protect us.
You see, while you're discussing, he's like moved his hands around and like this like long, almost cart of display cases like kind of rolls up with like items on like little like containers or on like velvet cushions and stuff like that. And just gonna like if you look over the thing, I'm just gonna read off the list of what the things are. You see, there is this big like ceramic jar kept on one thing, and it says alchemist jar on like a little label in front of it. You see, on the next one, there's just a velvet cushion with a single white bead on it. It is the bead of usability. Then
Mm,
you see there are a pair of nice leather shoes, which are labeled boots of extra action. After that, you see there's a pair of boots as well that say boots of levitation. And after that, again on a cushion, you see there is a singular white feather that is a feather of ring falling. And
okay.
then next is a very like nice feathered hat which says hat of disguise self.
Okay.
And there's a glass container with a singular ring that says ring of invisibility.
Okay.
And there is a like a vial with like this clear liquid inside it, and it's labeled potion of hydration.
Oh, we all need that.
And you see like this mess of a mound of like knots and ropes, and it says rope of entanglement.
Okay.
He like shows it, and while you're discussing, he just goes, Trustworthy Pete found these goods all over world. Most of these goods are unique that they become one with wearer, or some of them are one-time use, as they say.
Oh,
However, because of this limitation, unfortunately, Trustworthy Pete would not be allowed to demonstrate as he did with robes. But it is up to you. If any of these things strike the fancy of a discerning eye like yours, then Trustworthy
thank
Pete
you.
will make it happen.
Which eye is he talking about? The normal one or the full Goblin one?
That's up to you to discern with your discerning eye.
I think I'm gonna turn to Sprout and be like, so any of these catch your eye?
Uh, uh, I don't know. I'm not good at making choices.
No, that's fair. I mean, it's usually easier to have like your DC or someone here who can make our choices for us.
I've never went in a shop unsupervised before.
Hey, I'm supervising you. We're supervising each other.
Yay!
Yay.
Oh no.
Okay.
The Sprout is going to like take a closer look at the items and and I don't even know. I feel like he's just looking at everything because they find this person really nice and they've like
Yeah.
have such a wide variety of items. They haven't been exposed to so many magical items or oddities or anything before, so they're like
Yeah.
oohing and eyeing at
If you
absolutely
want prices
everything.
on anything, let me know.
I want specifics. I think there's 4 that I want specifically stuff on. The Alchemist Jar, the Bead of Usability, the Boots of Extra Action, and the Potion of Hydration.
The Alchemist
Those are
Jar
all
is
bangers. Like, good choices.
I am going to
The-
take up your suggestion, GBC, after this. But yeah.
the Alchemist Jar is 400 gold.
Okay.
Then your sword, Bead of Usability.
But what does it do?
You'll have to, as he said, like some of these are like one timers and stuff. You'll have to try
Okay,
them to find out.
Okay.
Uh,
Bead of Usability.
Is 400 gold.
Okay.
Which one after that?
Boots of Extra Action.
Boots of Extraction of 500 gold.
Oh dear lord.
Uh,
And the Potion of
Ay, ay.
Hydration.
Potion of Hydration, 50 gold.
Well, actually, tell me Rope of Entanglement as well. I don't know.
That is 150 gold.
That's all fine. Okay, so she turns to Trustworthy Pete. And you can't tell me what any of these do?
Trustworthy Pete does not know what most of these things do.
Like,
If
not even that
Trustworthy Pete
potion?
used them, then they would not exist.
Where did you get that potion?
Trustworthy Pete found it in a hidden oasis vault.
Huh. Okay. I would like to activate my full Goblin Eye, my discerning full Goblin Eye, to have true sight for 15 feet.
You have true sight.
Is there anything about these items that seems suspicious, out of place? Are they all magical? Like, what is going
It
on?
doesn't reveal any of those things.
What does True Sight do?
It reveals invisible things and things on like the ethereal plane is what true sight does.
Oh, I thought it also counted as detect magic.
No. That's detect magic itself.
Do I have detect
Well,
magic? I don't think I do.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the shop and see if True Sight points out anything.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Oh. Can
Oh,
I
wait,
just
I'm good
use
at that one.
Arcana to
It's
try
what 15
and
feet, right?
Yeah, 15 feet.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, what you can see is that some of the walls with like the display cases have invisible arcane runes for like security, like anti-theft abjuration wards and stuff like that.
Oh.
You do catch that.
Oh.
Oh yeah. It also
when
lets
I-
you know if anything's transformed. So if this originally looked like yeah. So true sight is darkness,
Yeah.
invisibility, visual illusions, transformations. You can discern the true form of any creature or object.
No
you see that's been
transformations or
transformed by
illusions here.
And
Well,
also
with your
ethereal
15
plane.
feet, yeah, nothing that you would catch beyond the things. Because I mean,
Fair.
technically, you can
Yeah.
put two and two together. The ceiling's probably illusion magic, but yeah.
I mean, yeah. Okay, next question. Is there, like, considering that Estrin is a magic user with a
Yeah.
lot of magic, would she be able to tell what any of this does by sight itself?
Up to you.
Can I
But
can
Just
I
right then.
Arcana to tell? Can I Arcana to
Yeah, click. Can
tell?
I Arcana?
Oh, you're just
I
Arcana
also
checking
want.
to kind of discern
Yeah, I
what
want
they do?
Arcana
Okay,
to
go
discern
for it.
what they
Roll me
do.
Arcana. Sure.
But my Arcana is better than yours, probably.
We can both roll. I think. I mean, we're both trying
You're
to
both
see
there.
what
Yeah,
these
look
do.
for it. Sure.
Oh, that's a bad roll. That's a bad roll. I got a 13. I rolled low.
It's not
I rolled.
bad.
I rolled
17.
lower than my bonus.
20 and 13. Yeah, you both see like they, if they are like, the way they're presented and what's written about them, like it seems they're very like self-explanatory items almost.
I
Like-
guess that's true. I hate that that's true, but yeah, sure, fine. But okay, well, okay, most of them are. What the fuck is a bead of usability? You use it? It's a bead? God, I want that bead.
Up to you. What are you doing?
Uh,
Are you buying the
BC
ropes?
can
Are you
always
buying any of
cast
these things?
identify on them later. Like if BC can find
Can
out,
I
then you gotta buy it
try-
I know.
can I try and unintentionally charm this man for a discount?
How do
I
you
would
do?
like
first decide
to-
what you're buying before you ask for a discount.
Like,
that's
I
a good
don't think
question.
it's like asking for a discount. It's more so like Sprout wants to go and ask this man about like his travels and his adventures and
Yeah.
make him a flower crown to lower the price.
You see,
What the-
firstly,
what-
he no problem talking about like his travels, how he's gone to different places,
Yeah,
found
yeah.
different things in ruins and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But you also do see that he needs to know what you're haggling for before he agrees. He seems like a practiced merchant. Like,
Okay,
tell me what you're trying
I've
to
got
like.
a list.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be like, okay, first question, can we assume that Jasper gave me some money to buy something interesting
Sure.
popped up for him?
Sure.
Cool. Because I think Esther would know enough that these
Yeah.
boots are something Jasper would like. I'll be okay, so the boots are extra action probably we can get for Jasper.
Okay.
And I want the robe.
Okay. So that's 2,500 so far.
I'm very curious about this bead. Okay, fine. And the bead and the potion of hydration. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I?
Not
For 50 gold, we have to buy it,
So,
even if it is just
you're
water.
not taking the jar, the levitation boots, the feather, the hat. Hold on, let me just.
I feel like the levitation boots might help someone, but fuck that. Invisibility, disguise self. You have enough bards and rogues running around.
So that's
One rogue, but whatever.
So that is the boots, the beads. So that's 900. So 2,900 total. No, 2,950.
2,950. So if I cut out the 500 Jasper gave me, that's 2,450 from me. That I'm back down to just barely 200
I can
gold.
also
You'll get
I mean, I
reimbursed.
can also help out if you want all these items. I can also give some as well.
For you guys.
I mean, I'm attempting to get them for myself.
Honestly speaking, unless which is a bad thing that I did when I made my character. I'm pretty sure that Sprout would not understand the concept of buying something for yourself enough to actually buy things. So
Estrin's
most
also
likely
just
going
learning that shit. Estrin's lived in the whatever it's called, in Sylvanus' Glade, being depressed for a century.
Yeah. So they're I think Sprout will chip in as well with
What are you buying?
I guess. No, Sprout is helping. Sprout is giving money to help Estrogen buy her things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Sprout
You
will
wanna
at
split it
least give like
50-50?
yeah.
All right.
Okay, so that was 500
25.
for Jasper, and then 2450 left. So if Sprout gives 1200, then I just have to pay 1250. That works.
Okay.
But can we haggle?
Yeah. What do you say to him? After this is after Sprout has done a bit of like buttering up. Like, what do you say to get this discount?
Oh God, I am not the right person for this, am I?
The charisma
Hey,
time.
you have high charisma.
Yeah, but not this kind of charisma.
I
Seems to be the
have
running
+4 in
theme today,
charisma.
yeah.
Can I try?
Yeah.
What are you
Can
trying?
Go on,
can I
Sprout.
try
Show,
with
show him your strong root system.
I feel like Sprout is going to go. He's going to pretty much say the same thing that he said to Estrogen, like, aren't the numbers kind of big? I mean, I was taught by my friend that I shouldn't spend too much in one go. I usually don't even spend money, but like big numbers, I heard they're scary, and I don't want to get scolded when I go back.
You're not wrong. These are big,
Yeah,
scary
persuasion.
numbers.
Roll persuasion.
Okay, let me see persuasion.
Sprout.
Okay, that's a plus. That's a. Oh. Not 20. Fuck you.
Ooh.
You see, he like hears you say this, and he just goes, "You wound trustworthy Pete, but trustworthy Pete like both of you quite a bit. Besides, trustworthy Pete sees you buying many things, and of course, this means perhaps." You come back with friends next time and buy more things.
And
Huh?
we have a lot of friends.
Trustworthy people like that. Not so friend means good and kind person, and good and kind person deserves a little friends and family discount, as it were.
Your
And
friends?
trustworthy Pete's mistake. Trustworthy
No,
Pete
I
must have
would love to be
presumed.
friends with you.
Trustworthy Pete has won two things today: your hard-earned gold and your friendship. And as he's like kind of like shaking your hand, he just says, "Fine, trustworthy Pete will take off 500 gold from total."
That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Oh.
subtract that by so
Oh,
2450
okay, so
total.
2450. So I'll give so I'll take 250 from Jasper.
Okay, do the math how you would. Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
So that's
But
2250. So now
you see,
Sprout just
he
needs to give me
grabs all
how
the
I don't know,
things,
man.
hands them to you. If you want to leave wearing the robe, up to you. If you want to have it packed, up to you.
I'm wearing the robe immediately.
Great.
I want to give the man like the flower crown that Sprout was like making while he was talking.
Oh.
He just like looks at you, he's like, trustworthy people cherish this from lovely customer and friend. Trustworthy keep it in the highest display case you have. And you see, he just
Thank you,
flies up and
Trustworthy
like
Pete.
puts it on like a very high shelf and like flies back down.
Wait,
Trustworthy
fuck, I
Pete hopes
forgot
you
about
had a
spell
good
scrolls.
time. Spell scrolls. What spell scrolls?
I mean, okay, wait.
Oh, he doesn't have any.
We don't have a lot of big money left. Do you have any spell scroll that you're willing to that you would sell for, let's say, 200 gold or less?
200 gold, my friend. You wound.
No, no, I
Pete.
don't want to wound you. You're my friend.
For 200 gold, Trustworthy Pete can give you one scroll of this. And like he kind of like rummages, pulls out. It's a sleep spell, level 1.
Yeah, that's not gonna. That shit doesn't fuck with sleep.
All right. So
No, it's
that's
okay.
all he has.
It's okay. I'm I'm happy with what you got. Thank you so much.
Trustworthy Pete thanks you. Hope you have a
And
trustworthy time.
Yeah, and if you ever want to, I don't know, stop selling things or get back to adventuring, we have such a big group of friends. You could always join us.
Trustworthy Pete is excited to hear such prospects, but Trustworthy Pete have shop, have wife, have lovely children. Trustworthy Pete is
Oh,
what they say, settled.
oh, that's so nice for
Trustworthy
you.
Pete left airplane long time ago. Airplane is very chaotic and wild and dangerous. Trustworthy Pete like the warm tropical vibes of this place.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And just walks out.
Yeah. You walk out, you have all the items. I'll say, like, at that point, like, everyone from like, different places kind of congregates at the tavern. You look over the items. I'm assuming, like, once everyone meets back up.
If everyone's
Yeah,
back, then
yeah.
yeah.
BC will definitely ritually cast Identify, just
So,
to figure out, are they one use? Are they two use? Like, UBC's just gonna believe the best and just be like, oh yeah, these are obviously they're magical items, so I'm just gonna make sure,
so
see how
the
many
bead of
times they go.
usability, when activated, the bead of usability is used. It has one use.
What the
It is
fuck?
an action to activate.
What?
The
One
boots of extra action.
Wait, I need to write this down. I am the Anna for the shopping session, okay? One action to activate. Once
good.
used is activated. One use. Okay.
Boots of extra action have infinite uses. You gain an action by tapping the heels together, but it takes an action to do so.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay.
The potion of hydration. It is a glass vial filled with water.
Yeah.
Called it.
Okay.
The rope does cast shield spell as a reaction. You have you have the charges. You can cast it. You get the charges back every long
5
rest.
charges,
Uh,
long rest, shield spell reaction.
However, when you use your reaction to cast the shield spell, roll a d20. If you roll a 5 or lower, the spell does not activate and you have -5 to armor class for one turn.
Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, I got
Trustworthy Pete.
Like
scammed.
UBC is like writing down all of
Oh,
these
sorry,
things.
it's 3 or lower, not 5 or lower. It's 3 or lower on the d20.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And
Esther's
it's
just
not
looking at
handwritten.
BC so excited while he's like just doing all this. He's like, "Oh, you guys are gonna be so proud! I got so much good stuff for us."
Okay. This is what we go. This is how UBC uses it. Okay. The bead is a trick.
Okay, a trick we can play on our enemies.
Yes. The thing about it is that the bead of usability takes a full action, a few seconds to use, and then once it's used, which means it's intended to be given to someone. You're supposed to convince the person that it does something else, and then they waste the time using the bead, and in that time you can attack them.
Huh. Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. This is, but you have to understand this is a joke item, right? That's why it was so cheap. So he sets that aside. The boots are another trick, right? It does give you another action, but you have to click your heels together, and your feet end up getting slowed down so that it takes the whole time as opposed to how fast it normally is. So this is another one that you give to someone to fool them into thinking that they get another action. So this is something that we would give to our enemies, and he sets that aside.
Okay.
So normally it takes like a second to click your heels, right? And then for some reason this thing slows your feet down. My character's trying to explain object interaction, which is a free action versus full action. So what this thing does is that it slows down your feet so that even if you get the extra action, you still lose it. So this is another thing that you want to trick your enemies into having. That's that way. Now,
Met combat, hey, put those shoes on.
robe is a gamble, right? There is a
like what Jasper does.
there's a 5 in 20 chance
3 in
that
20.
the spell won't activate, and in fact will make you get hit harder by whatever it is coming at you. So you can use it, but it might backfire. Once again, another thing that you're probably going to want to give to someone that's our enemy.
I mean,
Is it stylish though?
And this, it's very stylish. And then this, I thought maybe that the water in here would keep you hydrated for 24 hours. It doesn't. It's just water. He said he got it in an oasis, right?
Just water?
Yeah, in some desert cultures, water's more valuable than gold. So if he found this in the middle of an oasis, it's contextual, essentially. So this is just water.
okay, good shopping trip. Oh
Oh no!
no!
I think you're knocked estrogen and shock.
No.
Jasper is going to take the boots that he has paid 250 gold for. He's going to tie a lovely bow around them and put a little gift tag label on to Dagon. Thanks for all the hard work teaching me how to captain a ship.
Noted. You also I can tell you guys this now because it won't happen now. But when I rolled those items out, I rolled a D100. If I rolled 100, there is one joke item that is actually overpowered if you use it right. That would have shown up, which was going to be a fire arrow, meaning anyone you hit this arrow with is fired. So if you hit, let's say, a monarch.
I enjoyed the feather of ring falling.
So good. Anyone holding the feather has all the rings fall off. It's great.
I hope you like the way that Yabisi
I loved it.
optimistically was
Yeah.
like
Like,
this
yeah,
way
no,
subverts
this
its
makes
action. This you give to somebody to slow down their feet, waste their time.
Invisible
This is
ring is a ring that turns invisible. The hat of disguise self is a hat that casts disguise self on itself.
Yabisi
like
would have been
infinite
like,
hats.
"Oh, this is excellent if you're philandering and you want to hide your wedding ring and go out and like."
Oh.
I once received a ring of invisibility that showed the location of the nearest pub.
That's such a good one.
That's great. The
yeah,
alchemist jar was a jar once owned by an alchemist.
Evil.
Boots
as
of
far as Yabisi is
levitation.
concerned, he's just like, "Oh, these are all like sabotage like items. These are things that you give to people that you're not friends with."
The
What
boots
a
of
great-
levitation are that you wearing the boots are wearing the boots, but if you take the boots off and put them on the ground, they levitate 1 inch off the ground. That was great.
Oh,
He actually has
alright,
some
right.
very cool items also, but they didn't come up. Anyway, while
Austin,
we wait
please.
for our estrogen to return, let's see. Yeah, you see all of your NPCs also kind of coming back and congregating. I'm assuming everyone's caught each other up on their things.
I will say at a certain point, even though Yabisi jovially went over all of the items, Yabisi will say to Jasper, "Those people, I don't like the fact that you work with them. I don't want to do favors for them anymore. I am sorry I almost got us killed. I am not sorry for why.
I mean,
Please, Jasper, we have got to stop working with the pirate lords. They're not good people."
I mean, I would say they're probably as good a people as some of the commanders of the armies are, but we seem to throw our trust in with those.
I barely trust them. You know I don't trust them.
Hey,
These people don't like the fact that we're neutral. They force us to work for them.
all I would say is if we go into every interaction with the tribunal in that manner, we're going to find ourselves buried 6 feet in a field at some point. It doesn't
And if they
matter
do
whether
that,
you like them.
if they do that, then they're sealing their own grave, and you know it. Because if we're not here to save them, the abyss will swallow them whole.
I am not foolish enough to think that the only thing that stands between the abyss and this world is us, UBC. We play a small part, and we will do our part. But it is going to require everyone.
No, it doesn't. We have the gods on our side. And let me tell you something. I will stay out of that pirate lord's way. But when I am face to face with Kelpie, and she asks me for a favor, his ships will never be safe on her oceans again.
And what if those ships stand between the abyss and us?
Then perhaps
Because they will.
Then perhaps they should have been better people.
I do not agree with their methods. I do not trust them. I do not wish to do them favors.
Then stop
But at the
working with
moment,
them.
I will show him my arm, where I cut across Zazalamel's brand. Say, I have. They have no hold over me now, other than the threat that hangs over my head. And yet I still walk into there and give them a courteous bow, because, like it or not, they are major players in this world, just as the Empire is. And we cannot do any good with people hunting us and a price on our heads. So I make bargains for now, just as everyone in our party has made bargains to save their hide in the moment. But gods be damned if I am going to have a lecture on right or wrong from a man whose temper gets the better of him constantly. I love you, Yabisi, but now you need to reflect on when your fire is needed and when it needs to dampen. Otherwise, you will be the death of us all, not the gods, not the pirates, not the soldiers.
Jasper. I was answering his questions, and he was firing his gun at my feet.
He was letting you know, they were my feet as well, how close our feet were to the fire. It was a show of strength. Everything is a performance, whether it's a military leader sat in an office signing papers of sending people to their death, or whether it's a pistol shot at your feet. Everything is a show of power. We in the middle, we just have to accept it.
Question just raises a hand just a little bit, just very sorry, says Jasper. If shows of power are so important, why don't we make a show of power?
Because whilst we are good at what we do, we are insignificant in terms of raw power compared to the likes of Lord Nyeth or Gore.
But we know people who are significant, and she just like, the eye turns like into a full goblin's mouth thing. Like,
and in time, Fulgobin will be able to lend you more power than they can now. But we need to become better before that happens. Otherwise, we will burn out. We're playing with things we don't understand, all of us. and we can claim to understand them. We can laugh them off. But this is life and death, not just of us, but of the people of this world. And I will not be the one who stands there and provokes someone into doing something that harms everyone. And if that is what we are doing, I want no part of it.
Jasper, if we roll up and show our belly to every single tyrant for the promise that they might lend us their power, we're no better than they are.
I'm not saying we roll up. I'm not saying we show them our belly. But why, EBC, did you not walk into Gore's office and decry him for what happened during the Onrush, the people who lost their lives in the Emerald City?
Gore didn't take a gun and fire it at my feet when I was in the middle of a sentence.
No, he didn't. Gore showed you his power just by sitting behind a desk. People have different ways of doing things. The pirates have no armies to run around and do their bidding. If you don't think that the whole parade, from the moment we docked until we got to his office, was not a show of power, people running around doing their duty, then what was it?
I just don't believe that people like that should have power. I think they're the last people that should have power.
I think
Do you want to
most
see
often,
power wielded responsibly? Let me teach you more about your elven heritage and take you to Jade Hollow, where people are kind and reasonable.
I know kind and reasonable people. My parents were kind and reasonable people. Both of them. I was raised as a kind and reasonable person. I see all of you as kind and reasonable people. But we have to face the fact that sometimes the people who have power aren't nice. But that doesn't make them evil. And at the moment, what we are fighting is against evil, and that will require the actions of not nice people as well. We can be uneasy bedfellows, but we cannot have a sword to each other's throats if we are going to survive this. I've made a target of myself with the pirates, and I will do what I have to keep myself alive, even if it means the occasional tryst with them.
Let me ask you a question.
Of course.
The gods wanted to win. Why did Kelpie choose me and not one of your pirate lords? Why? Why me? Why not one of these pirate lords who are on the ocean, who have all this power and all this influence?
How do we know they haven't?
And how do we know they wanted to win?
I can tell you straight up that I am not the only champion of the Raven Queen. I was guided to her by another.
This doesn't make sense. Every single person that I have met with a connection to the sea, with the exception of maybe Mead, has just been terrible. Why didn't she just pick one of them?
Because maybe Kelpie thinks that things need to be done differently this time. I don't know. I had no truck with the gods until one selected me and gave me a second chance, but what was that? That was a bargain for my life.
You see,
Perhaps I was just there.
as you're having this discussion, firstly, I think everyone else would notice a lot of like side glances come from like other tables at this point. Most of these people are like sailors and naval people off duty. A lot of side looks coming from there, and you see at the same time like Red was walking into the town from wherever she went, and she also just like gives you like all a look of like, "Wait, what are you doing?" And she's about to like speak up, at which point you just feel like a like over your shoulder, as you see Dagon's also here. He kind of like leans on you. Just, well, I didn't know you were performing today, Jasper. What seems to be the problem here?
No problem. Just a airing of views. It's important.
Well, in that
I
case,
just Yuichi gets up and he's like, maybe this world isn't worth saving, and leaves, goes upstairs.
BBC, wait. Mm,
He immediately stops as soon as Estrogen says something. It's almost like your words. There's like he just stops. And he's like, yes, Estrogen. Just turns around and he looks at you, and he just looks really sad and upset. I'll sit back
does
down
it
if you want
matter
me
if the
to.
world's worth saving? Yeah, I mean, please. Even if the world's not worth saving, we're still a team. We're still fighting for something. It's leaving isn't going to help.
I
I
think
just don't.
that
Yeah, go on.
Sprout at this moment will speak up and say, like, isn't that the whole point? That, it's not worth it, so you make it worth it?
You
Because
see,
if you put a seed in the ground, right? Usually it can grow by itself. But then if you want to, there's this thing which some people used to do where you would cut a branch off, take one from another tree, and put it back in, and then you would grow something else entirely. That's why at some point I even grew raspberry strawberries. They kind of tasted like shit, but it worked.
Sprout,
And
language.
oh, sorry, Jasper did it.
you
Anyways,
see, Christian also
um,
speaks up to like seeing like Sprout say that, like just chuckles at that, and looks
the whole
at
point is,
you. Go
for
on.
example, I I usually think that I don't do much because let's be honest, I mean, I'm kind of walking around and I don't understand almost anything y'all do. I'm not useful, but I make myself useful in some way or another, and that's the whole point. And it's really hard to because y'all are so weird. It works so differently. It's really, really odd. But, but I make do, and it's really fun. I mean, I just got scammed for the first time. It was really cool.
I
I,
I don't think, did we get scammed?
isn't
No,
that what Jasper
no,
just said?
no.
I
No,
thought we
Oh, I mean, for a
not
certain
scam.
definition of it, but all of these things can be given to our enemies. So I think he was trying to scam you, but he didn't count on how smart we
So
are.
you make
You
something
all got scammed
useful
without
out of
me.
something that isn't useful. You're just proving my point.
Talking of which,
No,
Dagon, these are for you. And I
Ah,
will hand
scam
him
shoes,
the.
my favorite.
Yes.
And you see, like, as some people like start chuckling at like the quips, Christian also walks up to you, VC, and he just goes, "I mean, I told you why I'm here. I want to be that hero. And if there is even, yes, there's bad people. I mean, there's bad people where I grew up. That's why I ran away. But if there's bad people everywhere, that doesn't mean there aren't good people there. I mean, you all are here. But if there's even one person that you think is nice enough that you want to help them, then I think the world's worth saving. And since all of you, and well, me, am in the world, I think that's enough reason to want to save it.
I don't
I want
know
to
if that
save all of you, except
he just
and
kind of
she'll just
sits
look at
down.
Dagon.
He just sits down exhausted, and I think I'm just upset because I don't know how to reconcile Jasper being right.
You see, he just kind of squeezes his shoulder.
And the truth of the matter is, if taking a moral stand and standing up to the people that need to be stood up to is just going to cost us being hounded to the ends of the earth.
And what if it does? We're still saving the world. No one said that being a hero is going to be all sunshine and rainbows.
It's just that we do end up being hunted down. But that just means that in this world, being a good person just means inevitably someone's going to snuff you out because you got in their way. Which makes me feel like maybe the Void does need to win, so that these people can finally be punished and we can all have peace.
PC, that's not the solution, though. I mean, yes, people stand in the way of bad people, and yes, many times they get snuffed out, but if no one's standing in the way, then what about the people who aren't strong enough to stand in the way for themselves? What about when the Void takes the world? I mean, we all walked outside right now. All of these people, they're not soldiers part of any war. What's going to happen to them? Yeah, you can say, oh, it's the fault of all the bad people, but seeing that happen, letting that happen while knowing we might have been able to do something, isn't that worth at least trying? Doesn't matter if someone chose us for a job or God chose us. None of that matters. I mean, what makes a hero is you making that decision, that even if it might be futile, even if it might end in pain, still choosing to stand.
Jasper will squeeze Ubisa's hand. And he will say, it's not quite the point I was trying to make. The point is, these people will hound us to our grave. It will it will happen eventually. I can stave that off a little longer so that they can do some good on the way, then that's what I will do. I mean, look at Dagon. And I will look up at him. Would you describe yourself as a nice person, Dagon?
No,
I think I'm a very nice person.
Dagon is very nice. Dagon isn't anything like
he's
those
okay.
pirates.
I'm not saying he is. Dagon, if there was nobody else here, would you describe yourself as a nice person?
Roll me a persuasion check.
You're gonna make Dagon shatter Yabisi's rose-tinted view of him. Oh,
As Anna's in the Swiss chat.
to make a much-needed point.
What you get?
I'm going to use the inspiration that I have to re-roll the nat one that I just rolled.
Go for it.
I am still on my inspiration. Also, Anna's watching us. Be on your best behavior.
That's a
14?
That's a
He just
14.
goes, I mean, niceness is a frame of mind, so to speak. Of
Humour me,
course,
if you
I'll be
will.
nice to everyone around me, unless they give me a reason to not be nice.
Yeah, but okay, even if Dagon is as
I could have used
people
anybody.
No, I have a feeling that Dagon is a good example, but Dagon isn't. I'm being a little bit hypocritical. Maybe I should be less trusting of Dagon.
Oh,
No,
why would you ever want to do that?
all I'm saying is that Dagon, like everybody, has their own motivations for anything they do. Now, that may not always be altruistic.
It's fine. Dagon loves Divana, so we don't have to worry about that. And he's our friend.
Yeah, BC, you trust the gods. I don't trust the gods, and we're still working together, and we're still fighting for this party. So isn't that true for everyone? I mean, we're doing what we have to for us.
You have to talk to people like that. You should probably take Dagon, or all of us, or somebody in the party that I just wish you wouldn't have to. And what happened in that pyramid was terrible. And I just didn't know how to explain it, you know? Like, I thought I was taking the track I should have. You know, then I had a gun pointed at me and fired at my feet and at your feet. And I don't know how to face that kind of direct threat
You see,
without
Dagon
drawing a
speaks up.
blade and striking it down.
You see, Dagon speaks up at that. But if that's what you are finding as a point of contention, then in those moments, try to think of it in a different light. If someone very obviously shot at your feet, that means they don't want to hurt you, at the very least yet. And even if it may seem rude, that is the first step to, at the very least, showing that they are willing to talk rather than fight. If they wanted to fight, you'd be fighting already at that point. And, well, beyond that, when bad people are talking, as it were, sometimes not drawing a sword means that once you've drawn your sword, anyone that might get caught up in it does not have to. If you start a fight with that person, let's say Jasper gets hurt because of that fight, does that not make you feel just as bad? Or maybe any of the people at the Fine Day Boardwalk get hurt.
Sometimes you should just not start a fight or agree to one, and Heston will look at
If once the fight
Sapphire.
started, then there's only one way it's going to end, and we already know how messy that can be.
We are ignoring that
This is
Sapphire
why-
agreed to a fight.
This is like, you all realize this is not a healthy way to interact with people, right? Like, this is toxic.
There's a way to
and
interact with
cruel.
threats.
Your PC.
Threats should be
Sprout
destroyed.
is a plant.
Threats
I
are
have
destroyed
an
when they are
eldritch
able to
entity
be
inside
destroyed.
me.
And there's that kind of arms, of course.
I have an eldritch entity inside me. Sprout is a plant. Sapphire's God knows what and is eating hearts now. We don't even know what happened to Divana. And Dagon is whatever he is. I don't think we're healthy. I don't think we're going to interact with people in a healthy way.
I mean,
My idea of
I'm with
interacting with
you.
people has usually been to show them a mass of tentacles and eyes or the truth of the world.
A show of strength, exactly. See, what I'm saying is quite, well, simple, I guess. I agree with you, BC, in the fact that, yes, threats should be dealt with, should be destroyed, and all of that, but recognizing when a threat is destroyable is, I think, the first step to that. I mean, if you ask me to hammer in a roof, I won't take an axe to do the job, now will I? Need to get a big enough sledgehammer, and then I work the roof. Stuff like that.
I think that's just why I'm frustrated. I have a lot of dreams, I have a lot of connections, and I really feel like the gods are leading me down an important path to really help, and I've seen these big threats, but I just don't have any respect for people that see what's going on in the world, and the only thing they care about is their bottom line. It's disgusting. And
You
it's not a way
see,
that I think anybody should live.
she's shaking her head like Zelstine kind of also chimes in. She just goes, "Well, that's a interesting perspective because, well, we've seen what we've seen, yes, so we know what's at stake. Everyone across the world doesn't know that yet. They've heard of news, they haven't witnessed it. They weren't there to see the gravity of the situation. I mean, by the time I met all of you, I'd already seen what we're dealing with. I had a very different mindset to begin with, but people who need help sometimes don't know that they need help either. People might have heard news that there is a monster. News of monsters is always dealt with news of heroes vanquishing them, and that's the only interaction they ever have with it. Of course, it'll be infuriating when people don't recognize the threat immediately, but I think that's on us to be more patient with people who don't know what they're dealing with yet. I mean, we're literally months away from where we saw any of that. We're on the other side of the world at this point. Of course, news hasn't traveled as graphically all across the seas. Give it time.
We walked into that meeting, and his voice gets really low and leans in. We walked into that meeting, and they knew who we were. And with that information, we're primed just to blame us. Not the portal, not the demons. I don't think the Pirate Lords actually care about the Abyss. They only care about who crosses them. And those are not people that I am content to be patient for. I think they know. They just don't give a shit.
You see, Risk kind of like very like nervously chime in. I mean, if they didn't care, then they wouldn't even bother talking to us, would they? I mean, they're clearly trying to do something about it. Might be a different approach than what we're doing, but at least what I've heard about some other pirate lords, they aren't all bad. Yeah, I mean, everyone has enemies, I guess, but from what I've heard, they've all been fighting for the last 40 years on the seas as well, against the northern pirates who actually want to pillage and murder townships. They've been fighting against monsters that come out onto the sea sometimes, on at least the western seas. So, I mean, if they're doing all of that, they can't all be just selfish, right?
Maybe I've just had bad luck.
I mean, that's fine. I have a charm of Timora I can give you.
No, I have a very hard time. I don't know. None of the individuals that I've come across seem to be of the character that they've been doing any of that.
You see, he just very gingerly walks up to you, pulls out a little pin of what looks like a weighing scale, essentially, and he just like kind of presses it into your hands, and he just goes, "Well, do you feel like you've had bad luck? Maybe this will at least give you some good luck. I mean, the Lady of Fortune does tend to favor those who've had misfortune in the past, so maybe it helps."
No, I don't know. I'm a hurricane, and I guess pirates just don't like hurricanes.
And you see his ears kind of droop a little at that, and he just like takes a step back.
I'm really sorry, Jasper.
No, just I understand, but just remember that in all those tales you hear of those who've gone before us doing this task, or at least trying to do this task, you know, the stories of the Onrush. Tribunal ships came to aid in Empire territory. That's what I said. They may not be nice, but they're not evil. Dagon may have his own reasons for doing everything he does, but that doesn't mean he doesn't help people as well. And if he didn't, do you think he would have men that put their trust in him?
That's a very good point you make in my favor, so I will agree with it.
It could be that I'm just a sucker for a pretty face, Jasper. And that was not a pretty face that we ran into.
It wasn't, but when we're fighting in the trenches, as we will be eventually, no doubt, I would rather not have to watch my back as well as my front.
That is very wise. Very wise. I will give that to you. Thank you
Now
for
we feel
talking to me about this.
No, it's fine. I'll watch UBC's back anytime.
John.
If
Went
like,
too long without a
okay,
jar, huh, Steve?
not to
No.
not to minimize what you're feeling, your BC, but if we're done with this conversation, can we address what Sapphire's gotten themselves
As you say
into?
that, door swing open, you see Will coming
Holy
in.
fuck! Yeah,
you see Will coming
Sapphire.
in,
We need
just
a
like,
champion?
Sapphire found some things out, I guess.
Oh,
Wait, everyone's here. Hi.
yeah. Give me 2 minutes, IRL. I need to pick up food.
You see, as Will walks in, like seeing everyone though, you see.
Will, you want some food?
Sure.
It's on me. Yeah, get this man a meal, please. Please, please. Like
see-
smiling and
Yeah,
like that.
you see a very perturbed Barter. She's like, as long as you keep the volume down now, sure. And like she
Sorry
like
about
goes to the
that.
back, fixes some stuff up, and is like drinking it. During that, you see, Tristan kind of whispers to like kind of all of you, like just who is that? Did I
That's
miss
Will.
something?
Will just joined our group.
Okay. Who? Why?
Name is Will. He's an experienced pirate and fighter. Or not, he doesn't say pirate, he's an experienced sailor and fighter. And we were asked by Gorham to take him on.
Oh, you met Go?
Not Gorham,
No, Go did ask you.
Gore.
You're right.
Gore asked
Yeah.
Gore asked us to take him. As a favor.
I did mean to ask, actually, when we were introduced to William. William Breckenridge, I think they said his name was, and that rung a bell.
See, a very quick flurry of expressions goes past Tristan's face until it's just like blank, and he's like, what name did you just say?
William Breckenridge.
Is that a member of your family?
His eyes just go wide as he like looks over to him, and Will kind of, you see, he also hears something about his name, and he like looks over, and someone say my name, and you see he just goes,
I take Tristan's hand, and I'm like, Tristan, please don't run away. Just face it. I'm right here.
You see,
I'm not going to let anyone take you away.
You see, he doesn't even. It's almost like he doesn't even like register anything. Like he's almost like just blank expression as he just very slowly like gets up from his chair, looks over to Will. Dad?
What the fuck?
And that is where we'll end our session.
How old is Will?
Dad!
No, but okay, I guess at the beginning of next session we're dealing with Sapphire. I'm so sorry.
It's
Hey,
fine.
BC is meeting the in-laws already.
Oh my
I've been sitting on that for so long. Like that's why like it didn't happen yet because Tristan wasn't at Fort Bismarck when you met Will, and then Will went to
Oh
the
my
tavern, and then Tristan joined
God.
later.
Honestly, when you said his name twice, I was like, I have to pick up on that.
This hurts.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys
Hmm.
recall. There was a young boy during the onrush that Aiden spoke to called William Breckenridge, who wanted to fight on the front lines, and Aiden talked him down.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Is that who Runt sent off? Is that the same boy sent off to find send a message? I think that was the same.
Wouldn't
boy.
he
How
know
many
Dagon
fucking
then?
layers are there to
It's the
this?
same guy.
No, but
And-
wouldn't
I
he
think
fucking
it
know
is the same
Dagon?
guy.
Why would he know Dagon?
Because he's the
Because
one
Dagon was
who he
there.
sent to give Dagon a message.
No, not to give Dagon a message.
That's different.
Oh,
That's a different one.
So he was the one who Gore had brought along with him. Like, oh, a noble family asked me to like bring a representative.
fucking
Yeah,
hell,
that was-
dude! What the fuck?
Yeah,
what do you mean? This is like
oh
connects
God,
from a
did-
year ago.
Did
I-
Aiden
I-
talk to that kid and be
Layers.
like,
Yeah,
"You're
yeah.
gonna be a hero one day"? Oh my
Aiden
God!
had the whole like, okay, you're a kid. Please don't fight on the front lines. You're the noble son of a house. You have more responsibilities in life. Survive this. And like you fully
What
like had a thing.
layers?
And
I sent him with a message to my second and said, "But if shit hits the fan, stay with them."
exactly.
So-
And the entire thing was that House Breckenridge did not send too many soldiers to help or anything. He was like, nah, fuck this, I'm going. And he tried to like pull a runaway, I'm gonna go. And he got picked up by Gore, who's like, okay, fine, I'll take care of this kid during all of this, I guess.
Oh my God! That's
And-
why Gore is like, "I know this kid. Go." He didn't say kid. He said
He said
lad.
young man.
He said young
man.
lad.
that young man.
And
It is Gore.
also-
Compared to Gore, I mean.
every time Tristan has spoken about his father, it has always been every time I try to ask stories, I get stonewalled by my family. And my dad wanted to help with fighting the wars and everything, so he got basically disinherited as the heir, and he like fucked off from the house to do his own shit. Like, so that's the
So
anyway,
how
yeah.
old is Tristan?
Tristan's like very young. He's like
This is in his early 20s.
he's like 20, literally like 19 or 20. So yeah,
Fuck, dude.
Will is in his he'd be in his 50s right now.
At
Will's
least,
in his
yeah.
early 50s.
Yeah.
Because he was 12 during, so yeah, he's 52.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
That's why it's
So
like,
good.
yeah. Oh, fun times. Anyway, hope you all had fun watching. Next time we shall see what Sapphire does about their problem and this little father-son reunion that's going to be not at all problematic or awkward. And
Yeah.
yes, we will be playing next on Monday, half an hour earlier than usual, meaning an hour and a half earlier than today. And yes, we should have a full house that day as well, so it'll be fun times. And yes, that is it for us here. I have been your Dungeon Master, Tanfighter. You can find me on Tanfighter at like Blue Sky, Tanfighter117 on Insta, etc., etc. I do voice acting of all kinds of voices, as annoying nobles as you have heard today, or fucked up pirate lords. We do all of it here. It's great.
Oh, trusty salesman.
Or a very trusty salesman. And
Yes.
joining us, as always, are the lovely players who have been put through so much in a shopping episode. Firstly, we have your PC.
Yes, I have been playing Yabisi, pronouns he, him. I am Okami, at KG Okami, all over the internet. My pronouns are they. And if you want to see me next time, come over to the House of Dreams at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, where I'm going to be facilitating a premiere episode of a season's own, A Wander Home Journey, Chapter 2. We're going to be raising money for Project Hope, LA Fire Aid. So please come out, donate if you can, support us. We have an amazing cast. And then you'll catch me again on Monday here for the next part of this amazing arc of Dark Waters. I'm going to go ahead and popcorn it over to my partner in crime, Jasper.
Hi, I am Mike. I have been playing Jasper Skylark, both with he, him pronouns.
Nope.
I run like Craig 1979 on Instagram, and you can find me in a double header on Monday when I will be playing in Dark Waters and then leaving immediately to go and play in Misadventures League Hunter the Reckoning game, where we've had a 2-week break and we're about to send a team of hunters into a very vampire overrun London to try and track down one in particular. And what could go wrong in the world of darkness? Nothing at all, ever.
Ever.
Possible.
And I will throw it over to Rice because they look least prepared.
No, not again. Hello, hi, or bye, I suppose. I'm Ricecakes, Daisy pronouns, and today I've played Little Sprout or Mellow Sprout. He, them pronouns, and
really
you can
got them,
find me
huh?
on Blue Sky at the original Orez, and on Twitter at the original Orez, and you can find me at the Misadventures League now every. I forgot how to say the day after Monday. Wait, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, you can find me in Misadventures League. It's hard when you have to speak the languages. Okay, I keep mixing Tuesday and Thursday up. Anyways, you can find me there, playing a very, very magical Kids on Brooms game where I play Nemo, who's just
It's
a little
fabulous.
guy who seems to have the worst luck ever. If there's something to go
I'm
wrong, it will
sensing a
be with
pattern.
Nemo. Yes,
Hey, Kindred Spirit.
and yeah, and if you want to check out cool stuff, Steve, can I was going to say something, but then I realized, can I disclose this information? I mean, it's technically public, but
Yeah, go ahead.
I do edit the shorts for Dark Waters now, so please check out the Instagram for Pantsless Tables. I've been editing for a while now, like what, the last 2 shorts, and there's more coming. So,
Yeah, they're
Yeah, no,
good.
that checks out.
and if you want to see more haha funny videos edited by me, because recently I've also gotten a new gig, so to speak. I am in a robotics team at my university, which has a TikTok, and I've just started doing TikToks on there. So please boost us because there's more coming, and I will love that. It's called Systematic, and you can find us as systematic_robotics, and it would be great. Thank you. Uh, yeah, that's it. That's all I have.
Hey! Fun times all around. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Next up, Estrogen.
Oh, that's me.
Haha.
Hi, I'm Asif Stehur. I have been Estrogen, your scammy for the evening. And yeah, you can find me at Lesbianing on most socials, the ones that matter anyway. And yeah, you will see me here again on Monday. I am also playing Monster Hearts over at Euphoria for the next, well, yesterday and for the next 2 weeks for their TTRPG Girls event. And yeah, I have irons in the fire again. There are irons. Um
And last but not least, our host with the most something, Sapphire.
Hello, hi. I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I run Pantsless Tables and other related things. Bunch of really cool stuff has been happening behind the scenes. We are about to drop casting calls for 2 new shows this week. We are also currently accepting DM applications for our big 48-hour charity event, which is going to kill me again, but not as much as last time because we have more producers
We'll
now.
have help.
Yes, exactly. I have so much help this time. Which, funny story about like almost everyone at this table is helping out behind the scenes at Pantsless Tables. How fucking cool is that, dude? Like this is really fucking wild. Official announcements coming soon. by the end of this week, we will have announcements for everyone who's joined the team. It's a big fucking team now, and I'm really grateful for everyone's help and support. It really means a lot.
Almost like we
Because-
care about the channel.
Yeah, imagine that.
Honestly, just more
And
proof
his
that you don't
well-being,
have
so
to
he
be.
doesn't overwork himself every
Yeah.
charity stream.
That all.
Yeah.
Well,
More
Right.
proof that you don't have to be a nice person to do good things.
How dare you?
Oh no!
I'm doing.
Okay.
Who says
we
I'm
are
not
also,
going to be secretly inserting mean messages in the shorts?
do it. We are also on track to launch merch soon, hopefully by the end of the month, although I doubt it at this point. Probably will be mid-April because business stuff is taking way too long. But once we do drop merch, this is going to be a constant for like everything throughout the channel. 75% of all profits that we make are paid directly to our creators as compensation for licensing their intellectual property. What that means is you can figure it out on your own, but it is what it is. Our first drop is going to feature Tales of Fate, which is our longest running show on the channel. Tales of Fate, then Tales of Fate Legends of Aeor, and then Tales of Fate 2, and then Oops All Bards. All of that combined together to form Tales of Fate, the unholy union. And then the next drop is going to be Dark Waters based, which is probably going to happen somewhere in September, October. So keep an eye out for those things. And yeah, that is all from me.
That is all from all of us in that case. We shall see you all next time on Dark Waters.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey!
Bye.